right, we are back. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Cosmic here, and we are back tonight with more Chaos Zero Nightmare, ready to talk about Season 4, because, hey, we are just 1 week away. So, have you done all of your events? Are you ready with all of your materials saved up for Hilde, who will be joining us 1 week from, I guess, technically tomorrow, depending on time zones and when you might be watching this, and just all the other things that you need to know about. So today is going to be a little bit more of a wrap up and get ready for Season 4, because I am a little bit behind, admittedly, on like the Monster Arena, just to get some free crystals. You know, we have the music event, which got extended through preseason, so you actually have a little bit more time to play the music and the rhythm games if you've missed out on those. Again, it's more crystals, it's more resources. If you want those free pulls, you got to do it. And then, of course, just probably talk about some of the desire cards as well. And I've been slacking on Sortie a bit, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, just because I've been trying to work on a couple other things, but I have to say, you know, Faye was quite fun in the end. There's still a couple cool things you can do with Persona cards. I'm glad that she found a spot. But, of course, everyone is excited for the Instinct Ranger that will be joining us. So, of course, I'm going to do a really quick swap here just to go back to my other screen. And I say quick, and then I just realize that I'm on the completely wrong tab, so not quick at all. Yeah, there you go. So, in case you missed it, and my big old fat head's in the way, of course. Whoop. In case you missed it, over there. I gotta remember which way the camera's flipped. Over there, we have all the resources that you are going to need in case you have not maxed her out yet. Now, the one thing I do want to stress is that do keep in mind that there will be a day one update for the chaos in the shop. So if you don't have all of this 100% farmed out before the update on the 28th, that is totally fine. You'll have extra time to get it from the shop, go through the story, maybe do a couple quick chaos runs, and you'll get the rest of the stuff you need, right? It's not too bad to farm this out, but I know some people might have missed out on this, so I did want to update this. And also shout out to those on Reddit. I have seen a bunch of different numbers going around, and back when I updated this is like version 5 of this now, of this template. Back when I updated it last time, there was like an Excel file that somebody had where it's like, you would check the box on how many, like whatever you're trying to uncap, right? And so I think I screwed up some of my earlier calculations. Now that said, I was too high. So like, if you farmed how much I said in all my previous images, you had enough, which was great. But those that want to be like dead on, not spend extra stamina, what have you, wanted to be a little bit more mindful of how much you had to spend. So these are the updated numbers. It was 2 less of the chaos. It was 20 less of the tier 2, 10 less of this. So not significant amounts. Like, this is the difference of doing like 1 full stamina run, right? That's not a big deal in the bigger picture. Monster Arena is fun. I wish it was more polished in a bigger mode. Yes. I haven't looked at it yet because I did plan on saving it for the preseason time of like getting closer to the actual banner. Did they change out some of the traits with the last run, or is it like a rerun style event? Because the other thing I was thinking about doing, maybe I should put together like an infographic of all the like the preseason gems. I did want to like consider that as well. So again, if you have questions or if anything else is top of mind, just feel free to ask. Again, for me, I will be planning to do my stream as always next week. Again, assuming any like major delays, just because I gotta be real with y'all. The 3 a.m. stream into like basically having 4 hours until I have to like go to my day job, I just can't do it. It's so rough, right? I feel like I don't get anything done. I feel like I'm skipping the story. Like, there's just too much to cram into that first stream, and when I have to like work my day job, I feel like I'm not doing you guys justice if I can only stream for 4 hours of a new character banner and then have to go run to work. Like, nothing gets solved, right, in that short amount of time. So the downside is that because it is the start of the season, I would bet good money that it's going to be delayed. That's just how it is. Major updates, lots of things to patch in, lots of last minute bug fixing, what have you. We can safely assume that the patch next week is going to be a 3 a.m. Eastern launch instead of a 1 a.m. So again, for me personally, and because of a lot of other stuff that's going on, I really don't have the opportunity to like take the extra time off work, which maybe that's a good segue into the other thing I was going to like quickly bring up. And hey, Bingo, welcome on in. Where is it? So as many of you may know, let me find my image again. So as many of you may know, I do play TCGs on the side where I can. And this past weekend, we actually got back into Riftbound, and holy shit, did we plus. So not only, and this isn't humble brags, but like just to show the other one, right? So I opened up this rare card, which we'll come back to. So I played on Saturday, did terrible, no big deal, pulled a big card, we'll come back to that. And then on Sunday, I played in another event, basically went 4-0, and between store credit and the prize card that I sold, I got $300, which, holy shit, for a single day event, that's pretty insane. I sold the prize card for $150. Like, that's just what it is. Because we did a prize split. The dude was super awesome. Apparently, he's another YouTuber, so I'm going to go sync up with him sometime. But shout out to Gacha King. He's a MiHoYo creator. Apparently a local. But anyway, so we got the card. But why this is important, why I'm telling you all this, is that we opened up this signature card. And just to call it like it is, I have never sent in a card for grading in the 20 plus years that I've been playing trading card games. And apparently this card graded is selling for like 3K. I opened up 10 booster boxes, or 10 booster packs, excuse me, and got this card. So I was like, first off, why is it selling for that much? The market's insane. So obviously I have to sell it. I have to get it back from grading. I have to sell it. But the reason why I'm saying all of this is because hopefully this will give me the funds and cover me so I can go to Tokyo Game Show and do more gacha game coverage. Because as I've been very open about, and as I've been trying to be as transparent as possible about, like, I don't ask for subs. Like, I'm not going to sit here and ask for money. I do work a full-time job that pays the bills and is good enough. But to go cover something like Tokyo Game Show, I probably won't get a sponsorship because the channel's not big enough. That's a lot of money. Like, flights alone from where I live to Japan are about $1,200 to $1,500, depending on what airline stops and all that stuff. So, really hoping it all works out and we get to go to Tokyo Game Show, because as I was talking to Styx at Anime Expo, he was actually like, oh, Tokyo Game Show is something like you got to go to if you want to do more of like the IRL coverage, see new releases, see new like hype reveals and all that stuff. And I'm like, sure, man. For those that don't know, my partner is studying to be or graduated now, but is going to be doing like Japanese translation. So like Japan is always one of the places that we want to go spend as much time in as we can. So feeling extremely blessed this weekend, and hopefully all of that comes back positive. And if I do, I will try to get some upgraded coverage. So for a equipment standpoint, I have been looking into like a DJI Pocket, which would give you guys much better video quality than what I was able to do off my phone while I was on the road. So fingers crossed. And that's just kind of all I wanted to say on that one. But Tatiki and Shadow, welcome on in as well. Yeah, so again, I'll be super honest. I've been very happy that, do I still have Steam up? No, I don't have Steam up. Hold on. How do I, library? Yeah. So for those that don't know, my partner and I have been playing a lot of Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. And so like, yeah, 267 hours now. The game has been an absolute blast. So if I'm going to be perfectly honest, and guys, I'm going to say this, it doesn't matter what game I'm covering. It doesn't matter, like, whatever. I am always going to tell y'all, if you have a chance to catch some downtime between patches, and it, like, again, it could be a different gacha game, whatever. just go do something else. Don't sit here and feel the FOMO of like constantly burning out, grinding away on save data. Maybe it's like the open world chess, like whatever that other grind aspect of those games are going to be, just unplug for a week, right? You'll have such a healthier mental around it, and you'll feel so refreshed to dive back in, especially for a game like CZN, where, again, the save data grind can be pretty brutal. We've had a lot of quality of life stuff, you know, get improved upon. So maybe it gets a little bit better, but if you have it at chance, like just take a break, and it can be so refreshing. So I have been super down on Relink. The other thing, let me put myself back on the right side because that's going to bother me now. The other thing I've been mentioning too, right, is like we've been playing a lot of Honkai Nexus Anima, which is an absolute blast, which by the way, the rest of this week will be Honkai Nexus Anima, because I'm really trying to put together a review video as well as like just finish the content in the game. But today is like the 1 week mark, which is just enough time to level up a character if you haven't been farming the mat. So I wanted to do this as like a greater PSA, like, hey, if you haven't already, go farm this in case you're wondering. Or if you are looking forward to the other 2 units, then you can just go pick a different element, right? The thing I'll always say is that like, even if you aren't prepping for like the most immediate next character, these values always stay the same, right? So like, if you have the extra stamina and you ever say like, oh, I don't know what to farm, just farm until you have 340 of these in every element. I promise you, you are not going to run out of stamina or like not able to spend stamina anytime soon. I've been going back and doing all of my XP. Where's my... There we go. Let me go back to this. Let me minimize. Oh, no, we got to come back to that. Let me keep that. Where is my dude? I have too many tabs open. Where is CZN? There we go. So for me, what I had been doing, because I knew I'd have a little bit more time, right? I've just been stocking up on these, man. Which is sad because that's only like 2.5 characters worth of XP. And I want to get the full roster to 60 eventually, and then obviously beyond 60 in the future. And dude, it still takes forever to farm this stuff out. I'm really glad they gave us full access to seasonal data, so I don't feel the need to grind so intensively. I really feel like there's going to be some surprises once Season 4 launches, thankfully. No, unfortunately, Nexus Anima does not have a release date yet, but I would assume that it's going to be early to mid 2027, just because there will likely be one more closed beta test based on the feedback from this one. And apparently the MiHoYo thing is every three closed beta tests. Also, oh, that's the unfortunate thing. As many of you may know, one of the other games that I'm super excited about this year, which again, I'm not saying that's coming out this year because we just don't know. But Silver Palace just had their closed beta test recruitment, and the notices went out, right? And so unfortunately, I did not get in, which is heartbreaking, because even Bree liked that game when she played the demo with me at Anime Expo. And so like Bree has not been doing a lot of gacha games lately. Obviously we've been busy with Relink. She's busy with other stuff too. But she also really liked the aesthetics of Silver Palace, so she might be playing it as well. She was really into Genshin because it was on PlayStation 4, well, 4 at the time, now 5. And you know, if it's on a console, it's way easier to play. You can play on your couch, what have you. So Silver Palace, we'll have to wait and see. If I remember correctly, and keeping me honest, that's another game they confirmed for a console release of only PS5 and Xbox sometime in the future. And then I know that everybody is really excited about Wuwa is getting a console update as well. Farm 340 Void Crystals. Hey, you're ready for the next Void character, right? That's the best thing to... Future you will be thankful, I guess is what we would say. Do I think we'll be getting gear engravings for this season later on? The season's kind of cheeks without engravings. So here's the thing, right? I am always torn about engravings because on one hand, engravings are great. So again, I'm going to assume that people don't have any idea what we're talking about. So I want to pull up a character just to go through it, right? So engravings where they just give you the extra stats, right? Some of them are going to be, oops, click out of that. Let me go back. Why? Okay, hold on. Let me close this window instead. Okay, now I can see everything on my screen. Some of them are going to be like apply vulnerable. Some of them are going to be like get AP back if it was season 2, what have you, right? The downside about this is that it does create like an overly, it's just one more layer of RNG, because it's not just the engraving type, Lux versus Umbra, it's also getting that complete list, right? Like, I don't think I still have that image saved. It's in the Google Doc if you ever want to reference it. But the engraving list is just, it's kind of rough, right? Like, if you're someone who's been trying to min-max Persona cards plus engravings, you probably went insane. Now, that said, in the context of the current season stuff, so if we go into Archive, we go into Cards, we go into Seasonal tab, we go into these, right? So these work in an interesting way where you want to stack these up because you always want to try to get for the max amount of the inquiry buffs for like whatever the big payoff is. The problem I have with this though is that a lot of these just don't feel that great unless we get some type of engraving, and I would assume that it has to be an engraving that's like, oh, one's going to be for inquiry, one's going to be for control, one's going to be for claim, right? And then in each one of those, there'll be like some subcategory or something, right? Like your control provides an extra tick of Scorch or something, right? Something to that effect. So we're getting even more layers of, you know, RNG on top of it. So on one hand, it's always about chasing the perfect save data if you are someone who wants to go the distance. For me personally, I'm always somebody who wants to be more like proof of concept and understand how builds work and get them to a point where at least it's clearing the content in the game. Now, again, we could have a build, try to do the divines, and then sometimes you just find out that it's shit, right? Like, it's just call it like it is. If you've done any amount of like theory crafting or test building, you've definitely been in the pits with it. You're like, oh, I got this really cool idea, man. Then you're like, oh, it's trash, right? And it feels really bad. So like, for instance, I keep trying to make the Hidimari Diana decks work with the Ultra deck cycling and forced discard. And obviously Faye can do this a little bit now as well. But it's just so clunky and awkward. It's like, it's one of those decks that you don't build because it's like some amazing, oh my god, look at all the damage that we're doing every turn, right? It's one of those things that you build to be like, haha, I finally got it, because nobody else could figure out how to make this damn thing work, right? And you're like, I was the one who finally made it happen. That's how I feel about that deck anyway. So it's cool that we have those as well, but I know that some people won't be too excited about it with the, you know, just based on trying to take into like full scale offensive, and it just does not work at all, right? Also, before I forget, kind of got far away from like my intro that I was like lining up and all that stuff. Let me grab my, and yes, I buy the battle pass. I got to support the devs. Oh god, I just blanked out again of what I was going to go to. The, why am I drawing? Oh, event tab. Yeah. I was looking below it. So, oh, I'm clearly behind on grabbing a couple of these because I don't think to check this. So, step 1, make sure that you grab all your Galactic News Network stamina. Stamina crystals. Shout out to Olga. We do love Olga. Again, the music event, which I don't know if this is stream friendly or not, so I'm not going to risk it, is going to be up for 7 days. We have all the crystals from Faye's Trauma Code that is also going to be available. Again, if you have not done the other ones, still go back and do those as well. I gotta do Luke at some time. So you'll have all these crystals to achieve as well. The Monster Arena, which we are gonna be playing through, of course, is gonna have the different conditions to get all of these. Notably, you get free potential materials. Like, there's more stuff that you're gonna get for this, right? So always going to be a plus on that side. And then for those who haven't already, hopefully you've gone through the story. They did, with part of the rewrite, there was a ton of rewards that went out with this as well. So definitely make sure you go through the story, get all the story crystals, all that stuff. And then lastly, just full scale offensive, which again, I have not bothered to click through. I probably have the teams for it. It's just something that I'm not super motivated about, but full-scale offensive is like the last thing to mention here because that'll also, or I guess this one's 28 days, sorry. This one will actually go through the first cycle. Is it really 28 days? I thought this one synced up for, or no, because it's every other patch, right? I think actually. And then I guess, yeah, true. If you also want the 20 crystals from the reward trials as well. You can see there's like so much stuff in here that I still have to click through that I just could not be bothered with. So that said, also all of these because I do want more of my prism lenses. So I need to go through all this. So we are going to be spending some time clearing out our event list is kind of on the goal for today. Spent 2 weeks trying to get a Renoa deck plus geared engravings. I mean, Haru Divine Anchor, right? That's all I gotta say. But to be fair, that deck is at least a lot easier now compared to what it was. Wasn't there a quick way to do a... Oh, it was a preset I'm thinking of. Honestly, let's just... Now, who am I kidding? Just go for the super easy side of things, right? And then... Oh, we have to do the practice for the thing, right? Oh, did they not just do the... I'm trying to remember, because there was, like, the tutorial last time. Oh, here it is. Yes, also go into your training to unlock everything as well. Forgot about that. I wish... Is this the same... I don't remember the last monster event well enough to know if these are the same or not. So keep me honest. If these are the same, let me know in the chat. But it's still account XP. It's still your supports, you know, your partner XP as well, which is really nice. So it's all stuff you would still want to go through otherwise. Sure, I'll use whoever they give me. Oh, I wonder how good the auto is going to be on this. Probably terrible, but now I'm curious. Well, there was definitely some deck building that still went on, Pies, but I agree though. There was nothing more frustrating than trying to get a build for a video just to like completely whiff on a Lux engraving, right? Then you're like, okay, and like my Mika build is still not perfect because I just refuse to go back and farm the last Lux engraving that it would need. Like, no, I have a limit, right? I have other characters I want to farm. There's other divines I want to go chase. Like, good enough. It's good enough and we sign off on it. Okay, that's taking too long. Also, let my wish be for Season 4 that Tressa finally gets more flowers, right? Can we finally get a proper dot team, right? Because keep in mind, because so much of it is around like Scorch and there is ways to amplify damage over time effects, there is a very real chance that we could see a dot character. I mean, I don't think it's going to be the bow user, if anything, but I mean, that's kind of like a bleed effect. And also keep in mind, with the new season, we should hopefully also get a new memory fragment set that is going to work with the latest combatants. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully something interesting there. No, I think we all agree, like, engraving, super solid, but then chasing them down, right? Like, nightmare. Get some stuff out of our hand. Yeah, it'd be really cool if we could get like a mixed a mixed damage over time or like debuff style of team. So like Tressa does Agony. One of the new units is going to do like Scorch, right? I get that they want to limit how much that we could go up in a particular trait. So again, just Agony in this sake of the conversation. But if they're going to limit that, they still have to give us other ways to engage and play with those sets and have these damage over time characters that are going to do enough damage, because Agony, even if you do like that super niche build that I talked about from Twin Star Shadows and stuff, like, you're still not going to have enough. Yeah, I can't get any more account XP, so rest in peace that. Okay, for real, I should just be able to, like, YOLO this, right? It's level 50. I don't think that matters. I think my favorite thing about this upcoming season so far is that if y'all saw the, there was a Reddit poll post on which of the season 4 characters is your favorite. Like, which are you, I forget how it was worded, but is your favorite, what's your most hyped for, whatever, right? You get it. Everyone picks their favorite waifu. Honest to goodness, it was pretty even, like across the board with a few percentage points. Like, really, really shocked at how even people felt about the individual characters and just which ones are most excited for. Again, for me personally, I am always going to be a fan of Scythe users. Men or women Scythe users, male or female, whatever, right? Because for those that don't know, Magus was one of my favorite characters from Chrono Trigger way back in the days of SNES. And so ever since then, which also started my love for white-haired husbandos, ever since then, I've always had a thing for, 1, white-haired husbandos, and 2, Scythe users. And sorry, I get that this is kind of a dated reference. So Magus, Chrono Trigger. Let me pull this up really quick. For those that don't know about the OG, that's my boy right there. That's my boy. Look at all that pixelated. Oh, you can't see the. Ah, damn. I guess it's normal pixel size. That's my boy right there, man. That's my boy. And then more of character design. So, yeah, this says a lot about me. Admittedly. Pull that back up. Yeah, Grandpa's very fair. The gray hairs be showing. But yeah, we will see. Like, again, I think one part of it is always going to be, like, maybe we should do, maybe that's like another random video idea of, like, season in review, right? Because, like, which one had the best design? You know, which one was the most fun to play? Which is best at sortie? Give me the frog guy. You will not believe... you would not believe his name. It's so crazy what his name is, actually. Do you want to take a guess on what his name is? You could never forget it. Yeah, his name is Frog. His name is Deadass Frog. I appreciate you, brother. Had a long-ass weekend. Oh, shit! That is the other thing that I forgot about. That if you weren't here for the Thursday? I think it was the Thursday stream. So, I'm sorry that we could not stream over the weekend or on Friday when I said I was going to do a follow-up to Honkai Nexus Anima because, oh wait, why did that not pop up? Shoot. Twin Set Spammer with the tier 1. Thank you very much. Appreciate you so much. Hope you're doing well. Hey, because you subscribed, make sure to drink some water. Make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to stay hydrated. I will also drink to that. And again, it's just water. Stay hydrated. Now I totally forgot what I was... I totally forgot I was going to go on that. Right. Michigan was dying. Right. For those who didn't catch it, unfortunately, our friends in the north are suffering quite a bit with the... Why is that so loud? Is the game a little bit louder than normal? Why is it? I'm going to knock that down a couple more notches. For those that didn't catch up on the news, aren't in the area, what have you, unfortunately, there was really bad forest fires this past weekend up in Canada, and unfortunately, I was in the area of like the heaviest density of it, of just absolute smog, awful, everything. Like the air quality was legitimately the worst in the world. For 2 days straight, it got better for one day, then tanked again, and now it's been clearing up. Now, unfortunately, for me, oh, I forgot I have to pick the, I forgot I need to do the challenges. Oh, does it just give me, okay. I don't think this is gonna matter much, as long as it's, I think it just tells you which ones count for the achievements. Cool. This should auto-clear anyways. Anyways, pollution was really bad. So, for those that know, this house is very cursed. I won't get into all the issues that are with this house, but I have this big window like right in front of me that is not sealed for shit. There's like a gap in the foundation. So it is a long-winded way to say that my room was very, very bad air quality. And so I tried to stream on that Thursday when it was really bad outside, and because the leak was so bad and the air was getting into my office, my entire throat was like burning. So unfortunately, we only had the one air purifier, and look, I'm not gonna go buy a new air purifier just for the 2 days sort of thing. Because we just had the one air purifier, Bree and I were just in the other room, hunkered down, because like this whole back half of our house is, I don't want to say damaged, you know, knowing the landlord situation, all that stuff, maybe it is, but like this whole side of the house, back half of the house, just was awful. It smelled like smoke in our house, and it was hard to breathe in this back section. So we just stayed towards the front of the house. We stayed in the one room that had the air purifier and just bunkered down for a few days. So it was good for me because I got out of the office, and, you know, I spend 12 to 15 hours a day in this office, and, you know, it was nice, right? To get out of the office for a little bit. And then also on Sunday, because we love Xfinity, Xfinity cut off our internet because they were working on some line up the road, or I guess it's that way. There we go. I had to remember my cardinal directions. Up the road that way, where there's like some major hub or whatever, and they just took out the internet for half a day for our entire sub. I've never had them do something like that in the however many years that we've been living here, so that was annoying as hell. The good news is that is when I decided to go to the skirmish, and we had a super positive EV time, so I guess it was worth it. Olga for me is the easy skip to get her for free at the anniversary selector. We are playing a dangerous game. Man, I don't want people to like clip this and come back to burn my ass, but like, yeah, that's fair. That's like a pretty, based on how the half-year anniversary went, I would say that's probably a fair assumption that they will be equally generous. Oh yeah, no heads up, no nothing. No email, no text, just, hey, we noticed there was a disruption in your area. We're gonna take you offline while we recover a major networking issue, or whatever it was. Like, I'm like, that's great, man. So, yeah, for those that don't know, if that happens enough, you can actually call your ISP, complain enough, and they'll give you credits towards your next billing cycle. I forget what like the hours of outages are or whatever, but they have to give you a credit. If there's been major disruptions, you log all of it, whatever. So if you're, I guess, in the United States, I don't know for other countries, your mileage may vary on that, right? So do keep that in mind. If you do have a lot of disruptions like we do with Xfinity, keep that in your back pocket to try to get a little bit of your hard-earned money back. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what they end up doing for the 1 year. So they did say that they are giving a lot of hype for the 1 year anniversary character. Apparently is a is one that a lot of people are gonna be excited about. So I don't know who, like, it has to be Lush, I would assume. But other than that, I have no idea what they're cooking up. And also, don't forget, for those who might be trying to plan out their pulls, we're also going to be getting summer outfits, which will be will likely be purchasable with crystals as well. So do factor that in if you are trying to save up for those summer outfits. Yeah, I am hoping to hell that it is a guy. And again, I'm biased. Look, guys, I gotta, like, I don't want this to just keep sounding like this is like I'm just glazing Styx nonstop. But like, Styx was a really cool guy when I met him, and he was just like very open and honest about like where he's at, how he approaches everything. And there is just a reality where like you have to accept in the gacha space overall, there are going to be games that, like, there are going to be certain Otome games where are going to cater to mostly women. There's going to be your over-the-top waifu games like Brown Dust 2 that are going to cater more towards those that like all the Gooner stuff. And there's that like super gray area in the middle where it's like, man, I sure hope we get a guy. But I think that there still needs to be a precedent where it's just like, even if you're not leaning into one side or the other, you do need to be upfront with your community of what to expect. And, you know, frankly, not to do as much of a bait and switch. It feels like we got with CZN. So if, and this feels like a huge if, we get a guy for the 1 year anniversary as just a way of like, hey, in good faith, here's more of our design. Here's something like Keiran or Hugo, whatever, right? We still want to incorporate this into their game, much like they do with Epic 7, to be fair. I would be all on board, man. Yes, anniversary will be in October. So to be very, very careful, it's not gacha skins like Nikkei, at least as far as we know. It will just be a one-time pay thing. Again, subject to change. They haven't given any real information about it as far as I know. I'd have to go back and watch the stream again, admittedly. But just knowing CZN, I wouldn't expect a Nikkei style of gacha. Now, to play devil's advocate here, if I may, I could absolutely see where they do just for the sake of it makes more money, right? And again, to a point, I want CZN to keep making money because this is still my favorite gacha game to play, and I want them to keep making content for the game. But I know that gacha skins are just like an extra level of predatory, right? Like, the Nikkei, like, I don't know if it's possible to even get a early Nikkei cosmetic. I assume that it has to be because I haven't seen any wording in the game otherwise. But like I have Cinderella and I have, what is the other skin that I have? I don't know. I have 2 gacha skins in Nikkei, and both times I went to hard pity. So I just assume that you can maybe get lucky, but I've gone to hard, like, max pulls both times. Mega rare to hit early. Also, I was talking about this in the Discord a little bit about just the current state of gachas, right? And like, on one hand, again, I'm very thankful that Relink came out. It's a game that I've been waiting years for. I've been able to like just take this time, unplug from CZN a little bit, be refreshed, enjoy Relink, what have you, because Bree and I play it together. But, you know, looking ahead, there's kind of just nothing coming out or nothing good coming out in the near future, it looks like. So, Styx is going to do a playthrough of Punishing Gray Raven randomly. Mr. Pokes is doing Nikkei, of all things, like free-to-play starting over. So it's like, dude, I don't know if this is just, because again, y'all, I've only been doing this since October. I'm the new guy on the block, all things considered, right? Still very, very new to the space. I don't know if this is just like the normal of what to expect. But, you know, for me internalizing like, oh man, this time of year just like really sucks. I wish there was more things that I could dive into and experience, because I'm very picky. I hate feeling like I'm playing catch up to something. I really want to start things fresh and enjoy them with everybody else as they are fresh. But I feel like so many people are like, all right, man, gotta go start a new game. See ya. Like, just nothing going on right now, it feels like. If I recall correctly, not an option for the first 2 rolls, and then they're less point chance. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Blacklight, we actually covered Silver Palace at Anime Expo. We did put up a gameplay video on the channel. Super excited for that game. Again, the aesthetics are just on point. I think the story was actually pretty good for the first like intro that we got of it. The voice acting overall was actually pretty good. And the parry mechanic, I really want them to expand on, but combat overall felt pretty good as well. Naruto gacha? Dude, the Naruto gacha, every time that pops up on like the sensory tower or whatever, I'm just like, holy shit, this thing prints money. Which also reminds me, for those that might know about it, give it up for, oops, let me grab the other, let me just grab 4 more cards here. For those that might know about it, there is a new Bleach game coming out that apparently is like Dragon Ball Legends, but again, same thing, right? Where it's like, unless you are a super Bleach fan, and I know how IP-based games usually go anyways, like, kind of nothing to look forward to there. Yeah, I think it's just a space overall. So like, and again, I will be as transparent about this as I can for y'all until something dramatically changes and like I get in trouble or something, right? I don't know what the repercussions could be, because like if a sponsor complains, bro, I work full time, I just won't do that sponsorship. Anyways, the thing that sucks is that I have been told by many people now, including sponsors, that I am not allowed to upload a YouTube video unless I know that it's going to get 5 to 6,000 video views minimum. And I'm gonna be honest, stuff like the Tressa video that I've done in the past, stuff like the Maribel video in the past, I can't upload those anymore. So it's like, I gotta play this bullshit mini game of like, hey, do I think this video is worth uploading or not? And believe it or not, it's better for my channel if I just don't upload them. Because again, I would rather have sponsorships pay for me to be able to go do stuff like pay to go cover Tokyo Game Show. But it's so stupid, man, because like I want to make content. I want to actually do, and like CZN is probably an outlier in the gacha space for this, but like I want to go back to old characters and be like, hey, here's how you can do an Amir build for season 3, right? But because nobody cares about Amir, nobody's searching up Amir builds, me literally gets punished for uploading those style of videos. And like, I've talked to enough other creators about it, and while I don't agree with the drama channels, and while I will personally never do the drama channel bullshit, I totally understand why now people keep that in their back pocket, because if you need clicks to, you know, between other videos that you're doing, bro, a drama video is a very free thing that I could have uploaded like last week or this week, right, to fill the gap, and still have my channel be okay for sponsorships. Like, it's so stupid, man. And again, for clarity and for transparency on this, like, I'm coming from a TCG background. I've created content on TCGs for 12 years. I always uploaded whatever I wanted. I didn't really care because I was just, it was my own channel doing my own thing. But frankly, now that I have the opportunity to work with sponsors so that I can keep growing this channel and go do other things like go to Tokyo, yeah, I'm going to be more mindful about it now, right? I want to do something that's going to be fair to you guys from a sponsorship standpoint. Like, I'm not going to take some Gen AI bullshit ad thing. Like, I just won't do it. But I also am trying to keep this, for those that call it like Ludwig from Streamer University, my day job is good enough. I am doing everything right by the book. I'm saving as much as I should be. So that is why, for me personally, I will never ask for subs. And I guess depending on which platform you're watching this on, I have to be very clear. I'm talking about Twitch subs, not YouTube subs. I will very much ask for YouTube subs. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, because number goes up, views goes up, everything gets good. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and do like a sub goal or stuff like that. Now, maybe the one exception to that I'll say is like, okay, maybe if it's like the 1-year anniversary of CZN, and if Smilegate like were to give me prizes for something to do like a giveaway, sure, we might incorporate that into like a more community event style thing, but I'm not going to do like a just subathon, right? Like, 1, I'm old. 2, I no. Just no. Yeah, I just love CZN, man. Like, it's just been so good. So I don't know how much I can say yet, but there might be a reverse 1999 stream next month. But I need to research that a lot more personally. Because I just don't know I don't know enough about the game. I've never played it. So you can definitely infer whatever you want from that, but I would say that there is a pretty good chance that there's a stream next month for that game. Or a couple of streams depending on a lot of factors. People still play Hoyo games to pay the bills even though they're tired of the game. Yeah, like, and again, as someone who's been in the space long enough, I 100% understand where people are coming from. However, I also know that people get burnt out very easily by doing that. Like, again, especially coming from TCGs, where we have our own tribalism issue, right? And people get burned out on certain games. The cool thing about TCGs is, like, you can just stop playing your game for a month, go to a locals, maybe like a small network, and someone's like, hey man, I know you're burned out on Riftbound, maybe try Union Arena. Or like, oh, you had a really bad One Piece regional, go try Cardfight Vanguard, right? And you can probably borrow a deck from someone to just play something new. And man, I don't know how dark we want to get on this stream, but a little bit of a backstory, because I have not told this backstory in a little bit now. Kind of the whole reason why I got into content creation to begin with, way back in the day of TCGs, is that I used to be a Magic the Gathering player, and I was at a really, really bad spot in my life. Not doing well, should have gotten therapy. I will always say, if you feel you're in a bad spot, please, please, please reach out to mental health experts. There's always someone there to help you. Please take care of yourselves if you are feeling like you need it. There's no shame in asking for help. And I was in a really bad spot. So a card game came out called Kaijudo. And it was my first time playing something that just wasn't Magic. And we got a team together. We drove all around, going to tournaments and stuff. And it was just a blast. I had so much fun playing that game. And in so many words, that game literally saved my life. I would not be here today if it wasn't for Kaijudo. And also, I would not have met my partner if I did not play Kaijudo, because that was actually what got me to play Force of Will when that came out, and I met my partner through Force of Will at a regional. So, whole lot of life events that kind of all got tied there together, but it's a long-winded way to say that no matter what games, activities, it's not just gacha games, right? It could be TCGs, it could be extracurricular sports that you're doing, whatever it might be, right? If you find yourself that you are just stuck in a certain spot, or you find yourself not having the same enjoyment anymore, just take a break. Go do anything else. Come back to it in a week. Come back into it 2 weeks. It doesn't matter when you come back to it, if you come back to it at all, right? But knowing that you can step away from something and take a mental break and just go do anything else and get away from that space that you're in can do wonders for your mental health. And also, you might just find something else that you really, really loved along the way. Obviously, there are limitations if you are, a lot of factors that go into that might limit you, but if you can, do very strongly recommend it. 3rd anniversary coming up for R1999. When is the 3rd anniversary? Yes. Also, Illy, I have tried Morimans. I gave them a really strong shout out because right before CZN dropped, I actually checked it out because quite a few people asked. I only got through like the first 2.5 chapters, I think, of like the full story arcs, but it was really good. Like the whole House of Wax thing, I still hate that. That is still like one of my like no thanks. Like did not like the wax part. But very good story. I really wish, you know, CZN leans into that a bit more. We'll see where the next like story goes and whatnot. But, oh damn, this is still. This has been doing this all day. Is this stream randomly lagging at all? I was having this issue all day long where I was trying to like run stuff in the background and my my PC like just kept freezing, man. It was doing it again. Let me close out of Steam, I guess. Okay. Yeah, the game itself is lagging, but I like my again, I promise this is one of those things like I feel bad for bringing it up as much as I have, but like I promise I will build a new PC when I have to. I just don't have the time right now. And I sold my Gundam beta box so I can build a new PC. So like that's paid for. I will be okay. That's all taken care of. I sold something from my collection to pay for a new PC. But for those that have known, this is like an ongoing issue, but like it didn't do that weird glitch hop sound this time. It's only been like games lagging. My music didn't skip. I guess music is like the only other indicator I can think of. So like, I don't know what's going on. I think my video card might just need a driver update or something. Yeah, it is just the game. That's so weird. That is like a new random problem. Let me get this, let me do a quick scan in the background. Oops, nope, not that one. Like I said, I'm just gonna hard force this through clearing and then go through. Would help if I pick strategy cards, bro. Gonna try to go through this quickly and then we'll go back for the random like achievement stuff. Okay, there we go. Let me pull this up really quick. See if I can just flag this in the background. Surely we'll all have the great next release by end of year, whatever that is. Man, I don't know. Again, Limit Zero. So, like, my two big games of this year, and it's so crazy to say that because we're basically in August, and I remember this at, like, back in February that I was talking about this, but, like, my two games that I was really looking forward to this year was Silver Palace, which, again, probably not coming out of this year, maybe, like, late Q4. And then Limit Zero Breakers, but unfortunately, Limit Zero Breakers has been delayed so many times already. And after the beta test, it's got to be delayed again, unfortunately, because there's just no way that game is ready. So, yes, looks like there is a... Damn. Okay. Looks like there is a video card update, so I will have to do that after the stream. So that will hopefully be an easy fix. Yeah, like, I just don't see a world where Limit Zero Breakers comes out until 2027. Hiro Kantare? I have not heard of that one, but I am going to Google that now really quick. Or Kantare? Hiro Kantare. Oh, service termination. Well, that's not a good thing to pop up first. Damn. No, I missed out on that one, I guess. Yeah, who knows if Limit Zero Breakers is real or not, right? It's... I will say, I mean, I still love the idea of having something that is more multiplayer friendly. Because I talk about this a lot. Like, I would love nothing more than to have a game that has some type of multiplayer aspect where that we as a community could jump in lobbies and all that stuff, right? Like, limit zero breakers and the idea of having 2 other players in your party who can, you know, actually combat the boss together. Like, that's just a lot of fun, man. But yeah, how about for everybody else? Like, what other games are you looking forward to this year, or upcoming beta releases? I keep forgetting the name of the motorcycle game, but like, I know a lot of people are also really excited about the motorcycle game, which again, the bikes look cool as hell, man. Like, I am all about that. The actual bike design, absolute bangers. The rest of it, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Go get the Pal World. Yo, so it's crazy, right? Because Pal World is actually dropping their TCG later this month, too. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to check on my buddy. Yeah, it's Kaleido something. But my good buddy Kel is actually, like, super hype on that TCG. He's also sponsored by Bushiroad. So it definitely helps, right? But that card game is launching at the end of the month, and I'm really curious to see how it does because... the card quality and the foiling and all that stuff actually looks really good, and it's also mechanically speaking Bushiroad's best game. Now again, I know a lot of people would say that bar is like rolling across the ground. It's not hard to beat that, but you know, to be fair, I know that there are people who are, you know, diehard Vanguard fans, diehard Weiss fans, what have you. But Pal World, from a mechanically interesting standpoint, is super solid. Oh yeah, Anata, or however you pronounce it. I know they're doing gacha as cosmetics, right? And Lord of Mysteries, or whatever the other one that's coming out sometime soon, is also doing the same thing, which, like, sure, man, if, like, however you want to monetize your game in the big 2026, go at it. I just don't know what I would do for those games in particular. Gotta grab our new training stuff. Yeah, I was a Link Joker. If I can give you more PTSD flashbacks, I'm a Link Joker player, or was a Link Joker player, so, or Brant Gate as it is now. I like having fun in my card games. Yeah, dude, like, I'm still so confused because I thought the Meltdown game was, I thought it was gonna be a gacha, but, like, I don't know how you do a arena-style battler with gacha, right? Like, most of those games are normally free-to-play. So, I don't know what that model is going to look like. Which is super unfortunate because that is either going to, like, kill my hype instantly for the game, or like maybe they figure out something that works. Hell yeah, Nova Grappler, rise up, man. Just punch shit all day. Yeah, I played with the, depending on what area that you played, that was like, what, the second reboot? I played with the acceleration, accelerate gates? Oh, what do they actually call them? I forget what the, like, the acceleration markers where you could, like, get extra attacks in and stuff. Super fun. What's the LOTM? Or is that the Lord of the Mysteries? What is that actual game called? Because now I'm drawing a... Is it actually like Lord of Mysteries or whatever? I know it's like apparently supposed to be a big deal. Or Lord of the Mysteries. Ah, okay. But isn't it going to be more of the, it's going to be like more MMO based, right? For what I remember. This is not what I want. That's old. Oh, they just had a closed beta, apparently. My bad. Okay, not gonna read all that right now. Yes, I am going to be playing Meresi at launch. Part of it is because obviously the creator program for the for Smilegate is super generous, all things considered. But also because again, I'm very transparent. I don't really care for over-the-top design on some of the characters. So like that's not a selling point for me. Like I'm not against it. If that's what the game is going to be, like Brown Dust 2, that's totally fine. But for me, personally, it's not a selling point. Like, that doesn't do anything for me. So for me, it's always going to be more about gameplay or just how generous the game is. Because, again, I won't ask for money and I won't ask for subs and that sort of thing. But at the same time, I am not at all financially well enough to be dropping like $200 to $300 for every character banner every 3 weeks. The channel just does not make that much. And I can't pull that money out of my pocket, right? Like, I am extremely thankful that everything from the CZN side of things, between winning some of like the shorts creator contest or just the fact that the program is generous enough that I've been able to pull every character at E0 without having to like spend extra money. Now I do buy the battle pass because I want to support the devs anyways, and that does have extra stuff in it. But generally speaking, the game is very free to play friendly. So it's really hard for me to look into some other games, especially like Arknights, where, again, the major reason why I play, or I should specify Enfield, a major reason why I kind of got stuck on Enfield is that I went to Triple Hard Pity after I had been saving up, and it just completely decimated any of the savings I had. And now I'm hearing mixed things on 1.4, like, I hear the story is really great, but I hear that they shot themselves in the foot again with the base building stuff. So it's like, it's super hard to like want to jump back into that world knowing what I experienced in a short amount of time. Yeah, I am worried to see like what is the dance around for that, right? Like I know Brown Dust 2, because I had the same question. It's like, okay, well, can people play Brown Dust 2 on stream and on YouTube videos and stuff? And the answer is yes, by the way. You just have to go through extra layers to make it more friendly. And honestly, from Meresi, if you go back to our YouTube video and watch the gameplay, the actual gameplay is totally fine. Like, I would have no problem streaming that. The story is fine. The gameplay itself is fine. It's just the dating stuff, I guess, is what they'll probably add where things get a little of the gray area. The latest Nikkei character caused issues for some channels? Damn. But here's the thing, right? They don't put a strike on your channel or anything, right? They just demonetize the video, if I remember. Which, like, that's totally fine. Like, whatever. Like, yeah, it sucks to not have it get monetized, especially if that's like your full-time income. But if I were to do one video that I was super excited about and then it doesn't get monetized, like I've said this much as well, and because like the RPM is like $2, I think, whatever. On my videos, I generally get 15 bucks if it's one of my better videos. So like, just to be very transparent, if I had some big Nikkei video that would, you know, was doing well, again, well being like around 10K views, what have you, if it was doing well and it got demonetized, bro, it's 15 bucks. I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I would be upset for a little bit, but bigger picture, 15 bucks ain't shit. I'll spend that on lunch, man. Go to Culver's or something, right? It's not a big deal. So I wouldn't personally be that stressed about it, as long as it didn't like strike the channel or something. That's where I'd have to draw the line. The channel loses monetization, not just the video? Oh shit. Okay, maybe I care. Maybe I care a little bit more then. That's so wild. Or is it just okay? But again, either way, It sucks for the people who do this as their full-time thing where every video matters. So again, this is one of those things. Look, it might not impact me at all whatsoever, but I can totally recognize and feel for other people who are impacted by that, and it absolutely sucks, right? So I want to be clear, like, me personally, I do not care, but I recognize that it's a problem in the space and other people get screwed over because of it. Yeah, I did see a silhouette mode, which also, like, shout out to Brown Dust 2. Like, we've been talking about this in the Discord because a lot of people are apparently playing Brown Dust 2 and just want me to play Brown Dust 2 as well, apparently. Anyways, at Anime Expo, the Brown Dust, I think they're $2,000, whatever. These luxury massage chairs after you've been on your feet all day, right? Like, bro, I'm about to download Brown Dust 2 and play it like once a week or something, just so next year when I go to Anime Expo, I can be like, look, man, it's been a long day. I've walked like 10 miles today already. Let me just go hop over to my boys at BD2, hop in a massage chair really quick and recharge, right? Like, I don't know, call me shallow or something, but I think it's just super fucking cool they did something like that for their game. Like, actually reward their community and reward their players, man. Yeah, this really do be a good amount of rewards in here. Look, man, I've already said it does not do anything for me. I saw the uncensored version of the Fox girl, whatever the hell her name is, bro, and just... it's too much. It's just too much. Like, there is a fine line of, like, tasteful versus, like, what is happening here? Like, and again, I have no idea what the rest of the game looks like because I'll only see the couple one-off, you know, clips like that everyone shares on Twitter and stuff, but it gets kind of wild, doesn't it? It gets a little bit wild. But again, like, I'm not out, well, I guess I was gonna say lads, but lads is a bad example of everything else going on, but like, I'm not out here playing Tears of Themis either, right? Like, well, that was a, looked away for 1 second, everything blew up. Again, let people play whatever they want for sure, but it's not something that, like, it's not gonna be a big draw factor for me. Oops. Close out of that. Friend channel lost monetization for a few months because of the game Haze Reverb. Ooh. All right. Well, now again, I gotta Google this because I would like to educate myself on what are these other games. That is some under... okay. Oh, it looks like Duelist, just a grid-based, turn-based style of game. Yep, definitely understand. Yep, definitely understand what happened there. Let's just close out that real quick. Yeah, the game keeps hanging up, man. Shoot. I really hope it's just a driver issue. Yeah, I will say, just based on where things have been at and depending on what the next, like, if we get another just dead block of time like this, I will end up having to play like Wua again or something, right? Like, I will go like the 1.0 route and play through the story. Because I also just saw they're getting like an anime short series, I think is what it was. I forget what the exact details of it, but like, you gotta give credit to a company who is willing to reinvest back into their community as much as Wuthering Waves does. Like, if nothing else, it's a sign of good faith. But also, everyone just keeps hyping up the game in general. Yeah, some of the... Well, like, I didn't use the Serennial lobby, right? Like, if it's anything like Serennial's lobby, I will not be using it. Like, it's just, I am not willing to... I don't want to risk nothing, man. Yeah, the only other thing is, like, it's so hard because I very rarely play something that... Because, like, gacha games are already investment by nature. I would want to play something that... I guess we brought in the wrong guy, the wrong team for this. We're probably going to die. I rarely play something for myself just because, again, I want to grow the channel, so that does have to always take a priority. And for someone who does work full-time to then try to dig into other games from time to time, like, there's just not enough hours in the day, so... It would have to be, you know, why are they discarding that of all things? What is going on here? I just need to be more mindful about my time is what I was trying to say there. Oh, this is lagging to hell and back. All right, might have to focus up here to see what we can do. Okay, we're not getting through Fortified 5, right? There's gotta be something else that we're... Oh, there we go. We just had to kill everybody. Oh shoot, we already got the one of in our hand that we were looking for. We do not have enough AP for that. All right, no, it has to be linked to, hold on. All right, drew that card anyways. Yeah, I was just trying to burn through this just to get my crystals and stuff, but it looks like I would have needed to actually prepare this a bit better. How about trying what is PTN? Yeah, so I honestly just always use the last or the latest and greatest banner just as a way to, like, if somebody is trying to, like, go back and watch a video in the future, hopefully the lobby is like a universal timestamp that says which part of the season, patch, whatever it's on. So, like, if you see Faye, you know Faye was the last character to launch, sort of thing. But if I had a pick, I would just use Narja for everything. Path to Nowhere. That doesn't, I'm gonna be so honest. I am drawing a blank on what that even is. I don't think I've played that one. Oh, there you go. Never didn't have it. But yeah, that's why I have Narja everything in, like, the master build guide document, right? Like, we give everything for Narja, and then, like, even my profile, which is super basic because I am not a creative person in that way whatsoever. Or no, it's up here. Right. Also, all my Narja standees that I got from Anime Expo. Also, I totally don't have a type. I don't know what you mean by this. I totally don't have any type of preference that you cannot see, that you cannot pick up from all of this. If you mean the lobby postcard, no. I got 2 standees. Well, I got 2 standees, and then Smilegate sent me an even bigger standee, which was insane. I got stickers. I got... No, what one did I get? Hold on, actually, let me look. Because, the Typhera cosplayer, shout out to her, I gave her one of my extra Event Horizons as just like a, hey, thanks for cosplaying, thanks for, you know, supporting the game and doing what you do. I gave her my Event Horizon, but now she gave me one. I don't remember, so let me grab my deck box real quick. So not figurines, but standees. Yeah, I can go grab that really quick too, I guess. All right, well, actually, let me just do a little bit of a show and tell, I guess. Let me grab that. All right. Oh. I'm not gonna put my headphones on because I'm gonna put all this back here in a second. All right, so there we go. Dang, I don't have like a good way to set these up. I also have a Chizuru mat that I got from Anime Expo. So, whoop. One of the standees. Great. I forgot about the green screen, I guess. So one of the standees also came with a loop. That's backwards. Came with a little card for her as well. Trying not to get the reflection of my... Let me not have a white screen up, bro. There we go. A little bit darker, so it's not a pure white background. So there was this standee, which was from Animate, I believe. And then also there was Ami Ami. And these have slightly different bases. There is Ami Ami that had a slightly larger one. And keep in mind, I tweeted about it, but there was one about double this size. Like, it was, honest to goodness, about that tall, probably. But it was $100. And sorry, your boy doesn't have $100 to spend on a standee, right? And so, beyond that, there was also a creator program one, which was this big, which was part of the Serennial giveaway. So there is a matching Serennial standee for this one that I shipped all the way to Sweden. So I know due to time zone differences and all that stuff that they're not able to catch the streams and whatnot. So congrats again to them. But yeah, Deadass is as big as my head. And again, there was one bigger than this that you could buy. But this was 25, I think. And then this one was like 45, I think. It was something similar to that. I forget exactly the size differences and what have you. But again, unfortunately, it's a bit reflective. Wait, which, oh, hey, Sue. Which one? Because there was these 2 different ones that, one of these was from Animate and one of them was from Ami Ami, and honestly, I forget which one now. If you're talking about the big one that is bigger than this one, it's from the, it was at Animate. Like, it was honestly, if you missed it, it was like $96. Like, I tweeted my hand next to it, and it was like 2 of my hands stacked on top of one another. But again, I was not going to spend $96 on it. And to be fair, they actually did have other characters. It wasn't just Narsha, right? There was other characters there too. But admittedly, I just did not have, I didn't have the bag space, didn't have the money, what have you. And then that's Pal World. Oh, because we were talking about Pal World, right? We got 2 of the promos for trying the game. But no, I don't think I ended up... Ooh. Oh, I just forgot that these were textured on the back. I don't think I got any extra. Oh, no, I did. She did give me it. Okay, I'm not crazy. Sorry, it was still in its sleeve, which is why I forgot. But there was also the, there you go. And sorry, it's backwards because I'm too lazy to flip my camera. There was the Narja background as well. Background postcard theme that they had, which also has a slight foiling on it. Also, it's like getting dirty already, somehow in a sleeve. That's unfortunate. It's flipped because I like to look like I am looking at the chat, but you're also right. I've been meaning to fix this forever. Because it's natural for me to look that way. If I remember. See, because now it looks like I'm ignoring you guys, which I wouldn't want to do, but... Oh, please. There you go. There's the proper... Hello? There we go. But yeah, there's like some weird dust that's already getting on the top of it, which I'm gonna have to clean out with a Q-tip or something. Which is insane because it's been in this deck box this entire time. And I don't think there was anything else that I got from... No, these are just all the extra cards at whatnot. So yeah, I am saving these because I do want to like use these for a future giveaway potentially. I don't know what that's going to look like or anything, but that is all of those cards and the standees. Yeah, I'll have to see. Oh, nice! It didn't flip. I was totally expecting it to flip this camera as well, but it didn't. So let me pull up that event so I can just put all this stuff away again. Yeah. So the other problem is I have no idea where I'm putting all of this yet. Is the other real challenge. Because I do not have a lot of room in my office area. So I think when we move, I will eventually get some type of different backdrop where it has like my random TCG cards that I really like and all that stuff. But just I don't have something right now, unfortunately, set up. They'll figure it out at least. But yeah, let me go put all these back really quick, and then I'll see if I can find the Narja standee photo so you guys can see it, because it should be pretty easy to find. Just going through my media tab. Yeah, I'm upset because it's like, hey, here's this really cool villain design again. And oh, by the way, sorry, they're not going to be a playable character. Like, yeah, I forget his name, but like the dripped out dude from season 2 was peak, man. I would have really loved to have him in some type of form. All right, let me go scroll back real quick. That is the Ragnarok. Yep, found it. Like I said, I'd be able to... I was gonna be super easy to find this. So this was the standee that I just showed you guys, like the smaller one that had the card with it. And this is the big one. And so you can see that they had Serenial, they had Chizuru, I think that was a Yuki behind them. So like there was a lot of these, but again, these were 96 bucks, man. Like, again, to be fair, for the stuff for Eva that I had picked up for Evangelion for the 30th anniversary, which was a really big deal, they even had that in the States to begin with. I was super shocked. And for those that don't know, like when we go to Japan and like when we do all of our shopping, Anamate is like where you go. It's really good to buy this kind of like really good for finding branded stuff like this and having like deep dive of, oh, here's all the characters in these giant ass standees. But again, this one was 96 bucks. And keep in mind, like I got one of my favorite independent artists was there. So like I picked up a lot of their sweaters. Because a couple of mine were just older and like I just picked up more clothing than anything, funny enough. But it's like I had to choose between the Narja standee or this hoodie. And spoiler, I always wear hoodies. So I picked up the hoodie instead. But again, there was actually like, I'm almost like 99% sure there was a Luke in here too. So again, it wasn't even just all waifus. I don't think there was a Hugo, but I definitely remember a Luke, but I don't think there was any 4 stars. It was just 5 stars. I think I think Hugo only had one of the smaller ones if I remember correctly. But again, would have really, really liked for more of this to be an option in terms of merch that we could pick up. If there was a Cassius, I probably would have bought it. Actually, I'm not sure that I would have. That's still $96. Was there a Cassius? I don't think I tweeted a Cassius. I feel like I would have. Oh, there you go. There's somebody dying in the background. There's Haru, because that's her anchor for sure. So you get the idea. There's quite a few of these. If you look at all the stacks here. Oh, that was just my bags down there. But oh, I opened up a new tab. Let me check. Did I not take a picture of the other booth? Ah, damn. All right, well, I didn't, but then here's like the Ami Ami setup, which had the desk mats, which I have currently. Sorry, dude, I got you in the photo. And unfortunately for me is that by the time that I went to go check out a lot of the shirts and stuff, like they just did not have my size. I'm a 2X. I'm 6'1", not the skinniest guy in the world, right? I swam when I was growing up in high school and stuff. So like I got big shoulders. I need a bigger shirt, man. All the shirts are gone, unfortunately. So I was really unlucky on that end. They had more of the can badges and stuff. This one, but Animate, where they had this, there was actually quite a few more standees and the postcard things or the lobby stickers as well. But that is probably a good segue for something else that I got to bring up and let you guys know about. And again, this is going to be technically a quick sponsored / ad segment that I do got to call out right now, because one of the main reasons why I've been wanting to talk about this and why I want to have this become more available. So one downside is that if you missed out on Anime Expo, you might be wondering, where can I get some of the other merch for the game? You know, I want some collectible swag to take back with me. Now, hopefully some of this will be popping up in some type of future online store or at the next Anime Expo. I'm sure there'll be new characters and more stuff that we can get, but you might have seen a couple of the photos from the actual booth itself that I shared out. And there was these little guys that you can pre-order over the next 9 days for both the Veronica and for the Hugo plushie. So I am going to drop these links in both chats really quick in case you do want to check them out. If you thought they were super cute and you just missed out on them otherwise, this will be your chance to get them. Now, yes, again, from a full disclaimer standpoint, Smilegate will be sending me the Veronica plushie because I couldn't say no, but as I was just showing you guys the standees that I got, and one of the pieces of feedback that I had given is that, hey, this is cool, but it can't just be at Anime Expo. We need to get more merch out here for other characters, make it more available. Clearly, all these standees are available. Ami Ami does ship to the United States. I can't speak for every country, unfortunately, but at least for me, I know that they do ship elsewhere. So there is definitely a partnership possible for other stuff down the line. But again, the partnership they have here with UTunes, as well as Hugo and Veronica, is going to be available For the next 9 days, there is a bit of a countdown. We'll probably do another shout out next week for it. Again, I personally hope this does do well enough because it, shows them that people do want merch. I did my part by buying Narja. If they give me a Narja plushie, I will definitely buy it. But also, if you want to support the game or get some of your favorite characters, then yes, you can pick up those 2 plushies, and they will be shipped out, notably December 1st through 31st. Now, again, not sure how others might do it, but at least for a lot of my experience with the TCG side, there is usually a bit of delay on this stuff, but they do have a couple of the photos as well as you're going through it. So something to keep in mind in case you are curious about it and wanted to know more about these plushies. So definitely check them out. Again, I dropped the links in the chat for those that might be interested. And hopefully in the future, we will see more. Or again, like, I was gonna make the joke here at the end, like, hey, can we get like a Hugo mouse pad, right? And just have his chest be from the breakdown artwork beyond the mouse pad, right? I think that would be another great item that they should dive into. Let me go back to this though, really quick. Yeah, if I figured that would stopped. So that is where did my where is my probably help if I had my headphones on, so I had my audio stuff kicking. Now I'm all tangled up. Yeah, like I just want more Sir Kulowski stuff. Which also, for those that might have missed it, Veronica also got a MMD randomly, so I guess we're just going to expect a lot more Veronica in the future. Oh, thank you. Thank you for checking out the Excel spreadsheet. Again, that will be updated for Season 4. I'm just waiting for the final parameters, for lack of a better word, of what we can expect in Season 4. Because it's not just going to be the cards, right? There's going to be some other changes I'm sure that we'll get. So I'll have all of that updated in the Google Doc. And hopefully we will see what that looks like once we get all those updates. Which, let me pull that up really quick for those that don't know. You think I would have this bookmarked, but I don't. I just have it pinned in the Discord. So I have to go back to my own Discord link. And I'm not giving him a shout out just because he's probably lurking, but he has actually helped out a little bit. So I want to give a shout out to I'm Sue for working on a couple of the characters. But for those that don't know, we've put together a little bit of a community guide here that has, is that on screen? Whoop. Nope. There we go. We put together this document that has, well, it has a lot. It's going to continue to get updated, but effectively, the heart of it is going to be focused around, hey, I got a new character. Just give me some build ideas to work off of, right? So there's always going to be a tab for whatever the current season info is. I'm probably going to have to make separate tabs because like Season 3 had all of this. By the way, this is the image I was talking about earlier with Season 3 engravings. I'll probably have to keep adding now for like whatever the seasonal gimmick is because we can go back and farm those. But there's also going to be stuff like complete team save datas if you just want to know how to play something. Sometimes I will have a little screen, a link to a video of using that team. Oh, I forgot it has a preview, doesn't it? There you go. So like my Maribel OTK guy, that was a Shelter Strike spam build, which was super fun. You have items you might want to consider, why you might farm one chaos over another, and this will of course get expanded on as future seasons roll out. There's a quick cheat sheet for the sortie guide, and then lastly, each one of these is going to have a fully built out shell to use for the next season. And then whatever the new seasonal gimmick is, if it costs points, if it changes deck building, I'm going to update this bottom section to reflect that, to say, hey, here's how you would change these 2 core builds above with Season 4 in mind. Because honestly, I wasn't going to go back and recreate these images every time. but I wanted to make something that was good enough of a shell to build off of that other people could then take and experiment with and have fun with. And then Sue, as I want to give a shout out, he has put together some stuff like Amir. He worked on the Renoa, all the bullet characters. So if it has like this different background, those are all ones that Sue put together, and then as well as the image here with his tag on it to give him the proper credit. Boop. Veronica is the most marketable design in CZN. Yeah, it sure feels like it, but like, again, I'm not going to complain if it means 10 more years of Sir Kulowski, man. I am all for it. Hey, Frost, how you doing, man? Oh, by the way, the card that we were talking about, apparently the last sale is at 3.5K, brother. I have no idea what's going on with that market. Which feels bad, but at the same time, if I can just play a card game on the side that I could use to funnel into this channel for better and bigger and better projects, then spoiler, your boy is gonna go play some card games for money. Yeah, a BGS 10 Soraka with 2 9.5 grading sold for 3.5K. So I don't know what that print line error is gonna ding me, but we will find out. No, I am not a gambling man. I'm sorry, I'm very boring in that way. I take care of my family, I take care of my friends. And then anything beyond that, I try to put back into the channel, put back into making better infographics. I got to give you guys a better YouTube live experience from the show floor. Streaming in horizontal mode just did not work. So I apologize. Like, the kind of person that I am, I still feel really bad about the quality of stream that I got for y'all of the CZN panel. Like, I was not personally happy with that. Oh, true. Playing card games for money. Yeah. I get you on that end. No, the last time that I gambled on anything, I was like probably 23 or something. Probably, you know, I spent like $100 on slots in Vegas because I just don't care. I might have been that might have been the trip with my grandmother now that I think about it. No. It was a card event. It was a card event that time. So I guess there's one time after that. But my grandma, love her, man. Bless her soul. She gets so excited when she wins on slots. And look, we're playing penny slots out here, y'all. We're not playing with real money. We're just playing hit a button, watch some funny lights go off and have a hype moment if we can, right? But she is when she wins, it is great. Yo, Nico, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're staying good. We're staying good. Oh, we're not staying hydrated, in fact. I'm almost out of water. Yeah, 23, so 4 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Shit, with how I'm feeling, add a 0 on the end of that, man. I was like sitting down yesterday and I forget if it was because I was leaning over or as I was getting up, but like I hurt my back randomly just sitting down. Like, all right, man, I guess I'm just getting old. Like that's how that's how it is. Yeah, so, and again, like to let you guys know, if I sell that Soraka card for the amount that I just talked about, 2 things I want to do. 1, go to Tokyo Game Show to work the event, and obviously while I'm in Japan, have a short vacation after it. But work Tokyo Game Show so I can actually give you guys coverage, figure out what's happening live from the show floor. But in order to get better video quality imaging, there is a little camcorder called the DJI Pocket 4, which is really good for on-the-go recording. You can actually do IRL streams off of it if you do a lot of prep work, which I would not have access to. But it would at least give me better video quality for things like the Meresti demo that we covered, the Silver Palace demo that we covered. It would just be like, I am not happy with the quality that those videos turned out to be, or the live stream. And so I want to look for best ways to improve that. But again, the DJI Pocket 4 or the 4P, which just came out, those are like 900 bucks, which again, if I have a sponsorship that's coming in and I just put that money back into the stream and all that stuff, I don't mind. 900 bucks out of my pocket, I got a big problem with that. Now, for those that don't know, I basically spent 50 bucks. I turned it into 3,500 bucks if this card comes back from grading and all that stuff. So for me personally, I want to make sure that I put a little bit of money, like I'm going to bank some of that money, but then everything else, because I paid off my deck for winning the tournament, everything else I want to put back into the stream, my PC, going to work the event, build more networks, build more connections, and go from there. Like, I want to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward, and the Silver Palace and the Meresti videos did extremely well. So there's clearly an interest in doing live event coverage like that, which, again, could lead to more sponsorships and just feedback into the channel. That is, of course, always going to be the hope. Damn, we actually breezed through this, didn't we? My wife dug out her child collection. Turns out she has super nice looking HI. Yo! Good shit. So it sounds like if you're getting it graded, then good luck on the grading and whatnot. Man, I'm still bummed out that all my old Pokemon stuff is gone. I have no idea where my Charizard went, but that's just how it is. Oh, forgot to add the strategy again, man. Let's make sure we have the cards that we need. Oh, I guess this one was just random. I think we've used everything by now. Something like that, whatever. Man, that's still a nice chunk of change. Like, I always hate it. The thing that always bothers me is, like, a lot of people always talk about, like, life-changing amount of money, and, like, that's obviously going to mean something different for every single person, right? Like, for me, like, well, assuming we knock off things like the grading cost, the shipping cost, the amount of money that I spent on the packs, like, whatever. Let's just say it's a flat 3K. Like, I'm not gonna sneeze at it, but that's also in the grand scheme of things, because again, I am very blessed to be full-time tech, salary, all that stuff. 3K is kind of just whatever. So I want to use it towards, you know, putting it towards a trip that can then reinvest into the channel, and that's how I'm going to approach it. Now, that 3K, if you're someone who's in college or whatever, that's gonna be a lot more money. Like, if I had 3K when I was in college, I'd be jumping off the roof into a pool and celebrating, right? Like, crazy. Yes, so I play on the PC client because I've had zero issues with it. Now, again, I know tonight we're having issues with my graphics card, and I don't want to end the stream to update the GPU, which hopefully is the issue. So there is a little bit of a lag, but it's not the same lag that I was getting with my other PC issue, which, knock on wood, I guess, has not been happening lately. So I'm really hoping whatever other driver update I did more recently fixed all that issue. Hell yeah. Nice that you have your first edition Charizard. Like, it's one of those things too, because, like, if I had, so I personally don't have a high emotional attachment to Pokemon, but my partner does. So, like, I've never been like a high rarity card game person, you know, at all. Like, I'm always a just get the cardboard, play with it, what have you. I bridge shuffle the shit out of my cards, but I don't know what my, like, grail would be if I were to, like, have a card that I want graded just to keep, because, like, watching all these Riftbound prices and how that game is trending, no, man, I'm selling stuff all day. I'm sorry. Like, I would rather reinvest that in the current stuff and think about what that means for future me. Now, again, there's always a chance that Riftbound does Pokemon level stuff and just continues to skyrocket. Like, there are Riftbound cards that have sold for 100K already, which, again, I want to be very careful in my wording here. Like, if I got a Riftbound card and I sold it for 100K, I would not quit my job. Nothing about my day-to-day would honestly change. Like, that is not, again, that is not what I would call a life-changing amount of money. Yes, you are able to, like, have a significant amount of money that's going to go to something, but, like, I still gotta work, man. I still have to put in my 401k. Like, I don't magically get out of having to work or something, right? Yes, it is going to be a big lift in, you know, having a nest egg that I put away, but, I have more than that in savings because I'm old, 401k retirement, what have you, right? So, like, yeah, I would sell it, but man, that's for someone who's younger or wants to just keep playing the game full time, it's so insane to see what is possible. Like, if you are good at card games and if you go to these Riftbound events, man, there is a ton of money to be made. Now, again, unless you are the absolute most cracked player in the world, I don't know, man. Let's just say you make like 70K a year after taxes, after all that stuff. 70K a year is a damn good spot to be in for playing card games, like for being a professional card game player, right? There is nothing wrong with that. But where I think a lot of people kind of miss out or forget, you gotta be putting money away in savings, man. You gotta be putting money towards retirement. You gotta be putting a nest egg away that is going to be compounding interest over time. Like, get yourself a financial advisor if you are doing that type of stuff, because you absolutely need to make sure that you're putting away money for the future. Oh, this isn't... Did they do this last time? I don't remember Hall of Fame last time, I don't think. But that's really cool. Never mind. I remember this screen. That's cool. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we got all of our crystals. We got all of our we got our prism lenses. So again, for this, I'm saving up for Euphinia, man. I have no damn clue when or if we are ever getting Euphinia, but whenever the hands comes home, bro, we got prism lenses for days for her. Whenever that happens. How's everybody else's prisms? Oh, here, this is the other thing I meant to ask. So again, I buy the battle pass, so I know the battle pass has quite a few of these in there. But how is everybody else stock doing for prism lenses? Like, do they give enough of these out for free to play? Like, I know there's in full scale offensive, which I've been skipping, so that would have been some more of them. Like, I know that I have not gotten every prism lens available, but at the same time, I damn well remember that I went to hard pity for every single Narja prismatic, and it decimated the amount of prism lenses that I had saved up. So for me personally, I'm saving everything for Euphinia, man, if we ever get her. I gotta get better at tracking this kind of stuff. You're not saving, you foiled every other character you've gotten? Damn, some people just have all the luck out there. Because isn't pity like 50 or something? I forget now. 70? Oh god, I think it's 70 even. Bro. Oops. Yes, bro. Oh my god. Like, I know it's supposed to be an increased rate or whatever, but like, okay, so yeah, the last one was finishing out the... Yeah, like, this one we got a lot luckier on, man, but like... I feel like we finished Heidi Mari relatively quickly. I think that was it, right? Yeah, that was the last one. So that's 50. That was 70 prisms for all of Heidi Mari. Yeah, I don't want to think about it. Like, I remember going to 0 for Narja, not having pulls, and then like not getting Narja until like the end of that season finish. Like, It was brutal how bad I got screwed over for Narja. But, you know, it's Narja, so we got to do it. And I forgot, you know, I guess I could just check really quick. Did I miss one? I thought there was one. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12. Also love that they added the count of these in the battle pass. Maybe it's only 15 then. I guess it is only, I guess it is only 15. Damn, maybe they've just been giving that many through side events then, because like or side events. TCG's on the brain. I swear I feel like I have more prisms than I should. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Zero system. Oh, Thor, hey, well, how's it going? No, so I guess quick PSA now that we are a little bit, oh shit, where'd my tab go? There we go. Now that more people are rolling in here, just as another quick PSA, with my big old head yet again in the way. Just in case you haven't been saving, here's a quick recap of all the mats that you need. So, I really just wanted to do today's stream as like a chill vibe PSA stream of, hey, do your monster event, do your trauma code event, because that does take a currency, and you know you want to make sure you get all those rewards as well. Make sure you finish the rhythm event. Like all that stuff is giving you crystals for pulls. Make sure you have all your mats ready to go. Again, whoever shared this on Twitter, thank you. Or not Twitter, on whoever shared my Twitter post on Reddit. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for sharing that, because I often do forget about Reddit, admittedly, because I normally... So the one thing I will say is that, like, because I'm based in the East Coast, generally one of the best times to post something is around noon Eastern, because you just catch the most amount of time zones, kind of across the board. And I usually post this, like, while I'm eating or while I'm trying to run to lunch, because... We get an hour for lunch, but I usually only take 30 minutes because I want to get back to work, because that 30 minutes, I can just then leave 30 minutes early and come home so I can work on content if I'm not home already. Like tomorrow I have to go to the office. I probably just won't take a lunch so I can just leave early. Like I eat at my desk, like, right. I'll eat while I'm on a call or listening to a training, whatever. But like my boss is very, very supportive of being extremely flexible with my content stuff. And like I legitimately can just work like 7 to 3 one day if I want to, because I got to do content stuff in the evening, not all the time, but or if I go in late, if I start my day a little bit later, as long as I don't have a meeting, that's totally fine. Now the downside is, because I work in tech, I have a lot of customers that are also based out of Europe. So unfortunately, I have way more 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. calls than I would like to have, because technically, I'm on call always. That's like one of the downsides of being a salary job. The good caveat about that is that if somebody does text me, the damn world has to be ending for you to text me when there's like 7 layers of other people that you message before you get to me. But I think that's only happened once in 5 years. Yeah, I think it's only happened once. Technically, I worked late one Christmas, the day before Christmas Eve, because there was a Sev 1 issue where their production environment was down. I had to go take care of some stuff. I guess that's probably way more information. Getting too close to information that I don't want to reveal. Anyways, there was a very big no-no issue that happened, and like they lit us up like a Christmas tree, like, hey, peak holiday time, we need help. Right. And that I was technically working, but the sales guys texted me because he was out of the office. I should have been too. And he was like, hey, have you seen this? And I was already on top of it. But there was one other time between Christmas and New Year's that I was on PTO that I got text at like 9 p.m. or something absolutely stupid. And I had to jump on my PC or my laptop technically. Right. Had to jump on my laptop, fix some shit, which was unfortunate. Because let me tell you, nobody wants to be on a call with like 40 other people fixing a Sev 1 issue between Christmas and New Year's, right? You can imagine. But yeah, anyways, again, here's all the mats that you're going to want. Now, again, keep in mind if you're going to be leveling her basics, which again, Tenebria cared about basics. We haven't had a character that cared about basics since Chizuru. So, you know, probably don't have to worry too much about basics, but you might want to farm a little bit extra just in case if you want to get the most out of her kit. But otherwise, I feel like this is still pretty safe as a starting point for a lot of people to leverage for farming. And again, the other reason why I wanted to start the stream today, because I am going to go back to Honkai Nexus Anima tomorrow, because I really got to try to finish that game so I can do a review video or just do like a first impressions type of video. I don't know which way that video is going to lean yet, because I haven't gotten to like endgame, and that's probably going to form a lot of my opinions on it. But that beta ends right before season 4 starts, so I basically have what is that? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday is pre-release. Saturday, I think I'm only doing the one pre-release. Anyways, I only have like so many more working days to finish it, so I really want to try to get that video. And again, I'm not a Hoyo shill, I'm not a Wuwa shill or anything like that stuff. Like, I just play whatever the hell I like and find interesting. That's how it is. But I think they have a really good... I think the foundation of the game is really good. But the more I play Honkai Nexus Anima, I am very worried about how they set up their endgame. And what I mean by that is because if they don't have the PvP angle, which is what keeps TFT, you know, interesting and keeps people playing it, I think there's ultimately only so much that you can do from a solo puzzle. Like, we have seen some of the puzzles in the game, and they were fine, right? We've gotten all like tutorial puzzles only, but there's only so much you can do to keep things interesting, to keep things fresh. Now, I think the Apex Club can help with a lot of that, which is effectively like a roguelike run where you try to max out the level of your anima and get the best gear, the best stats possible. But I think CZN does sortie and things like that very well, but I don't think a auto chess style of game can do that long term. So it's like, I think the foundation that they're building on is really solid, but I don't see how they execute on that long term is kind of where I'm stuck. The problem is if I make that the premise of the video, I fear all the Hoyo shills are just gonna like doom me into existence, and I don't want to invite that either. So I gotta find a way to try to be as fair as possible about it. I mean, I won't say the game is like completely doomed to fail, because like you do have some people that are, you know, going to be fans of that type of genre and are gonna want something like that in the space. And MiHoYo, as far as I know, are the only ones doing it. So again, I mean, shout out to MiHoYo for rolling up their sleeves and getting it done. We'll have to wait and see what the execution looks like, but I guess we missed one. And conquer the tournament once? Okay, so we need Giant's Tyranny. Oh, excuse me. Which one is Giants? Oh, there it is. And then 2 Cycle of Lives, because why not? Okay, hold on. Let me just actually... I never did go back to fix this, actually, now that I think about it. Oh my god. Man, Typhera's gonna take a billion actions, but I guess that's what you gotta do sometimes. Again, hey, the thing is, coming from TCGs, right? Like, I just know and expect all the tribalism. It's totally fine. It's not fine. I'm used to it. But I want to... If I am going to critique something, I always want to try to be as fair as possible against it, right? Or whatever it might be. So I just know that I need to do my due diligence to make sure that I don't leave any room where someone feels like I just really did them dirty. Or did the game dirty just because it's by the company that they, you know, support. The thing I will say, like, right up front, though, is that I've truly been impressed time and time again of how much polish the game has for being in its closed beta. Now, again, to add context to that, I want to say that, like, oh, things that I played recently, right? Like Silver Palace at Anime Expo. While the gameplay itself was fun and the visual aesthetics and all that stuff were great, my machine in particular had a bunch of lag or had certain areas where it didn't just seem like it responded that well. So while I would say the polish was okay for what was there, for considering it was like a convention demo, it definitely left a little bit to be desired. But more notably, that was just the most recent example. But again, going back to Limit Zero Breakers, a game that was delayed multiple times because they wanted to cook more, that then came out in the demo, or I should say the playable beta in the state that it was, is just unacceptable, like, looking back. So, again, I know that not every... because, again, let's be fair. By comparison, Smilegate is still a very small studio compared to, or very small publisher, compared to some of these other larger games, right? So I do recognize that there's always going to be a limitation based on the size of staff that you have, but man, MiHoYo, when they can just throw a ton of people at it, yeah, I guess they got it like that, man. Yeah, speaking of 2D gachas, I am beyond stupid excited for Brave Frontier to come back. The fact that Brave Frontier, of all things, is making a comeback in 2027, and we get that beautiful 2D pixel style of hero artwork into, like, the actual full 2D illustrations, like, I'm a sucker for. So I think I am still very nervous about how they ramp up that game into a 2027 modern gacha era, because again, that game is from the era of, like, Fate and Grand Blue Fantasy. Like, it is the old OGs. Like, the gacha world was extremely different back then, and I really hope that they recognize that and upgrade their game to the modern gacha standards. Now, they are doing an AMA Ask Me Anything on July 31st, so hopefully we'll get more information then. But unfortunately, the story update is going to be in September, and then the combat preview will not be until January of next year. So we got a long way to go before we see how they're going to revamp everything. No, it is a complete rework from what we understand. New story, new everything. Yeah, Brave Frontier is the first gacha for a lot of people, man. If it wasn't that, it was Puzzles and Dragons, right? Like, that's why I'm super excited, because it's just such a throwback. Oh, I broke something. Okay. Let the record show that one was not my PC. That was a stove client. So we're at like negative 200 for this stream for my PC and -1 for the stove client. I guess while we're talking about it, right? So, because not everyone might know. Go back. There we go. No, the site's broke again. Don't give me the full thing, man. Another Gary with every sub for tier 1. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, new season is almost here. Make sure that you are prepared. Make sure you got your mats farm. Make sure you get all those crystals going on so you can get your favorite season 4 unit, which, by the way, I love to see that on the Reddit post. I haven't said this in a minute, but absolutely love to see that, at least based on Reddit votes, everyone is like equally happy across the board with designs. Like, no one unit is clearly above the rest. So when you see something like that, you know that the devs cooked with their designs. Now, again, we'll have to see the final animations, the final skills and classes and all that stuff. I'm sure that's going to play a role. But at least right now, based on aesthetics alone, it's pretty even across the board. So let me clip through that really quick. So yes, as I mentioned, so ask Alim anything. So I guess it's an AAA thing. They will be doing a post. I'm really hoping we get more information then here. But yes, Brave Frontier is a portrait mode squad-based RPG style game that is, you can see like the little pixel artwork down here, like just an absolute, like, I love this design, man. Like, again, I'm showing my age here. I don't care. Absolutely love the pixel artwork, which again, they have full 2D artwork that happens when you do like the Brave Burst or whatever it's even called. Again, I forget now. It's been 10 years, man. I don't know what all the names were and stuff, but again, super dated because this was like, no, it was like 2013, right? It's like 13 years ago at this point. But this game will be making a comeback. Again, the next update is going to be the new story. So again, this is a new game. I want to absolutely hammer this home. New game, new story. They're promising a refresh for 2027 market. Like they're talking up a big game. So the story update will be in September. The pixel art, so we're gonna have new updated pixel arts because again, there's been advancements in this upgrade in November. And then in January is going to be the actual update to the battle system, the battle gimmick, and all that stuff. And then I think there's like one more of just like sometime 2027. But like, I want you all to like look at the background too of like what to expect from a artwork perspective, because this is a lot of the actual in-game battle scenes that you would expect as you play this game. And then again, if you look up, do they have... I guess you can't see the full UI. Oh, I think it's because I skipped the intro. Shoot. Yeah, there you go. So you can see a little bit of the UI for like just a... Oh, it's because the AMA thing popped up. You can see just a little bit of the gameplay, a little bit of the skills that popped up. There was like the overdrive. Yeah, it's overdrive, right? Yeah, overdrive is the name of it. It's like, I'm trying to remember what the hell the name of the... I got Grand Blue Fantasy on the brain, which was like the Ogies, like your charge attack, your special attack, that whole thing, right? So again, very squad-based focused, teams of 6, you build buffs, you do attacks. You know, if you've played turn-based style of games and all that stuff, you would definitely remember. But this is so far like beyond my memory. Like I would have to remember myself going back through some of the gameplay, which again, for today's standards is super dated. So I want to be very clear. Like, yes, there is a lot of work that needs to be updated to this game to like make it feel good in a 2027 setting. But they were at least quite, you know, tweeting out quite a bit. Obviously, I'm following it, and again, like for legitimately how excited I am for this style of game to come back. Like I even have notifications on. Like I am waiting for any and all updates that they put out for this game. Now, again, for me personally, part of this is also the space of, I think open world gachas are just way overdone at this point. And like, sure, if it's MiHoYo coming out with a new game, obviously MiHoYo is going to be big enough that like people are going to gravitate towards it. But I think now we're in a spot where it's like, if you really want to have a breakout game and if you want to stand out, so many people have open world fatigue that they are just looking for something different to play. And I 100% believe with my whole heart that a reason why CZN had done so well at launch, and honestly why it continues to do good enough by gacha standards, is because it is something so different in the space. Now, again, not to call them out too much, but Enfield, I think, is a great example that if it did not have as big of an IP behind it, I think that game would be struggling a lot more, because it just has so many points of friction that you would just bounce off of otherwise. Oh, dude, totally. The OG Maxwell fight, but also, sorry, where I was going with this and where I was going to say about like the overall, do they have, I guess no, they just have like the other small preview here, right? But the other thing I was going to say is that if I remember correctly, because it was after I stopped playing at that point, if I remember, again, it's so long ago at this point, dude. If I remember correctly, they also had raids similar to Grand Blue Fantasy, where it was open lobby. I might be thinking of Brave Exodus instead, which, spoiler, same company. That's why they both had Brave in the name. But I swear one of them, because I also played Final Fantasy Brave FFBE, I swear one of them also had open lobby raid bosses that were like multiple people could join together. And honestly, that's one of my favorite things about Grand Blue Fantasy, is that our guild can come together and work on a raid where it's like, I just miss having something like that in a game. So I am stupid excited for this game to come out. And if nothing else, it's one of those things where I could probably put like off to the side on the screen and just grind away in the background. But yeah, I am very, very curious to see what the hell they do for this. Because again, this game comes from a background where it's like, you know, the Spark days of Grand Blue Fantasy, where it's like, you got to save up 300 pulls or you're just not getting that unit sort of thing. So I have no idea how they update this for the current gacha economy, but I'm excited. And I don't think there's been any other news otherwise, because yeah, this was like the last Claudia collab that they did, which was super funny that they did the last Claudia collab, and then like a week later, yeah, so June 18th, oh, to July 2nd, so a little over 2 weeks later, they announced that, hey, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed that collab, because now we're just bringing the game back. Like, super cool move on their part, by the way. My windows are awful. Boop. Oh. Oh, yeah. How are we doing on time? We're still doing fine. So again, a little bit of a mid-stream reminder here, just for the sake of those that are just tuning in late, what have you. Again, farm your mats. You got about a week left for Hilde, which is going to be your Instinct Ranger. I've shared out the image a little bit ago now in the stream, as well as shared it out on CZN's, or on Twitter for CZN. It's in the Reddit group for CZN. That's where I was going with that. I tweeted out myself. It's posted in the Discord. So wherever you are, hopefully you can find that image. And then, of course, with all those characters, by the weekend or a week after, I'll have her updated all-in-one image in the Google Docs. But make sure that you go through all of your events, because there are quite a few things that are up right now that are going to be ending with Seasons 4 launch. So again, this was extended. I don't know if any of the music is copyrighted, so I haven't been doing this on stream because I want to be very careful about not getting, you know, my video nuked, what have you. But go through the trauma code that does have the special cosmetics, but more importantly, it's going to have extra crystals. Gives you a little bit extra mats for the next Void character as well. But again, every little bit of crystals that you can get between now and Season 4's launch, when it resets on July 28th, you want to make sure that you do not miss out on. So again, go to your events tab. I know it's super easy to overlook this. The monster tab is also ending in 7 days. The story content is permanent, but there is going to be a lot of extra rewards or crystals in here as well that you are going to want. And then, of course, the full-scale offensive is another one that lasts a little bit longer, but there are more crystals associated with it. And starting with the next reset, we're also going to be adding a a full-scale offensive tab where I'm just going to have probably that team tab where I have like, hey, here's just full team examples. I'm going to somehow do something similar for the full-scale offensive with as few 5 stars as needed to clear that content. So that'll be, I don't think I'm going to do a video on it because I just don't expect that people are going to care about a video about all 3 teams and like explain. Maybe I do anyways. Maybe I'll do the video just to see how it does. But the next full scale offensive, it's going to be in the Google Doc, was the main takeaway. Maybe we'll do a video just to see how it does. But it's been pretty easy otherwise if you have a wide enough roster. And then of course the zero system, while this is going to be a longer refresh window in 70 days, there are a lot of crystals that you can get from this as well, just by grinding out some save data. Now, the thing I will say is, right, wait until Season 4. You're going to want to farm all new save data anyways, but know that you will be getting a couple more resources from this as well. Clearly, mine's not maxed out because I've been taking a break until Season 4, because I'll have to refarm everything anyways. Do I prefer easier to obtain characters but dupes are important, or harder to obtain characters but dupes don't matter? I think in the current gacha landscape where there is always going to be the 50-50 argument that you have to consider as well, and I might be biased because I'm coming from Grand Blue Fantasy, but I would rather have characters be harder to get but dupes don't matter. Because no matter what, you're in it. And again, so slops to Mongol Stardive. Sorry to give random strays, but Mongol Stardive seems to be doubling down on the dupes are important. They have been very generous, so it's not that bad yet. But I would personally rather support a game that says, hey, it's going to take you 120 pulls. Let's just say 120, right? Let's just say it's a guarantee, slightly inflated, whatever. It's going to take you 120 pulls to get this character, but when you get them at 0 dupes, you're not going to be missing out on anything like the Haru E2, right, example that I'll give. Because Haru at E2, if you don't have Narja, unlocks a completely different playstyle that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. So for me personally, and again, I am someone who likes to focus more on free-to-play friendly content, which is like, hey, you got the newest 5-star, but you want to use a 4-star team with them because maybe you don't have a bunch of extra stuff. I will always be in favor of games that don't create these feel-bad situations where, let's say it's 120 pulls in both situations, but you lost out early and then like, oh, I got this character I didn't want. You know, generally anytime you have 50-50s, you're going to be spending more pulls. It's just how it works out. Enfield proved all that stuff out, but I personally don't feel good about that. Like it feels really bad to go for those dupes and then lose, you know, E1, lose 50-50, go to hard pity, right? E2, lose a 50-50, go to hard pity again. Like the fact that you lost twice on that journey for characters you don't care about and may never use, there's no feel-good situation that ever happens there, right? Like, there's no outcome. Now, like, there sure is, like, some super fringe situation where you're like, oh, I just got a dupe for my other favorite character. Yay, now they're a little bit stronger. But, like, this is a problem because when your pool of characters is always expanding, and if you don't have something like Nikkei's wish system, like, that is just a compounding problem at that point, right? Like, it just continuously gets worse. On the other hand, I do think it puts games like Enfield in a bit of an awkward spot where you have a banner that is a rolling banner. I forget what they call it in their game, but it's just like your character is going to have an extra rate up of that pool for the next 2 banners before ever going away. So it's like, oh, if you are trying to get E2 in Enfield, well, yeah, you want to pull for them while they have their banner live, but then you can still lose a 50-50 to them later on the next character, which is just another negative feedback loop of like, oh, I had to get them while they were rate up, but then I also lost the 50-50 in the future banners. So it's like, oh, if I'm going to be pulling for 3 characters in a row, but I want E2, well then technically I should stop at E1 because I probably am gonna fail on the next 2 banners and I might get that character again. Like there's no win for Enfields, for dupes mattering in Enfield when you also factor in you might get them again later. Like, it's hard, man. I don't know like a good way to balance that for a current gacha modern ecosystem. No, I have not been maintaining my Star Savior account off stream. We also have not played like Dragon Quest Smash Grow because I did not like how they were doing their banners. Which sucks because I really do want like another portrait mode style of game, but Dragon Quest Smash Grow unfortunately went down the route of like, hey, you have to pull on our latest banner or get bent, basically. It was the turret weapon banner in particular that like really pissed me off because like I think there's a point of like, okay, pull on the latest weapon or the latest character. It makes the content a little bit easier. That's fine, but like your current roster can still get through it and still get all the rewards that matter. And Dragon Quest Smash Grow put a new boss out that was just like a hard no. If you don't have the latest weapon banner, you can't even progress like halfway through. And this was when I was like logging in every day. I farmed out all my monster medallions. I farmed all my guys to level 50. I grinded out the crystals. Y'all know I play Grand Blue Fantasy. Like, if I'm playing a game, I grind that shit out. And I just instantly got, like, reality checked, vibe checked by them by just having this, like, super offensive weapon banner that was basically like, hey, man, screw you, Polar, don't engage with this section of this patch. And I'm just like, all right, whatever, no. And so for me personally, with like Relink that had just come out that I've been playing with my partner, I am starting to play Riftbound again. So that's going to be just one other thing that I do on the weekends that's going to naturally cut into my content time. Because again, like calling it like it is, for those that don't know, my Monday through Friday is pretty much work, eat, stream, sleep, or work on content, whatever. Because like I am literally in this room, in this spot for 12 to 15 hours a day and sleeping the rest. And unfortunately, tomorrow I have to go into the office, so it's even less time that I have for everything else because my commute is like an hour in, well, it depends on traffic because we have construction right now, but let's just say I lose 2 hours out of my day commuting into the office, so like I lose out on that too. Oh, without activating strategies. So sorry, I gotta do a naked run real quick, I guess. So if I play Riftbound on the weekends or like just once a week, I will effectively lose an entire day for content because, you know, it's gonna be, I have to travel like 45 minutes to an hour to go to a locals. Yeah, unfortunately, just where I live, it sucks. The event itself is going to be 4 to 5 hours on average. It's going to be another hour to drive back. Like, that's a whole ass day that I lost to go play cards or to go engage in a tournament, whatever it was. Now, that said, obviously that is a choice that I'm making. I understand that. I'm happy that I get to unplug from being in this office for 12. So it's probably better for my mental health to go do something other than just fill out another, like, on the weekend, spend 12 hours in here working on content, right? Grinding out games, as it were. But still, I do feel like I get behind at times because I do need the weekend to catch up on some stuff. Because otherwise, as I talked about quite a bit, like, you know, talking about Hilde's banner coming up, right? Like, you basically have from July 28th until the end of the month to make content, and then people just won't care about her banner anymore. So it's like, anything that I gotta do, if it's like season 4 related, I basically have to crush out before that Sunday or people just aren't gonna care, which unfortunately pushes me in a bad spot because I have no idea what I'm gonna be covering in August then, because like what, that'd be August, hold on. I'm gonna mark this on my calendar before I forget. So it would be July 28th into 1, 2, 3, so August 18th. Right? Yeah, it'd be August 18th would be Annabella's. Anna would be Whip Waifu. I'm just putting Whip Waifu in my damn calendar. I don't care. Whip Waifu's banner. And yeah, again, like, it's probably not going to come through anyways, but putting it there in my calendar for a notable thing for next week. So again, kind of in the same position where we're going to have 2 weeks that unless there is a surprise release, surprise beta launch that we got into, what other betas are we signed up for? I think there's nothing else, right? Because Silver Palace just happened, Chasing Kaleido, whatever just happened. There is the, there was the closed NDA beta for whatever that other MiHoYo game is that, one, I couldn't talk about even if I got into it because I have to sign an NDA, but I replied to them to see if we get into that one. But there's just like not a lot going on, at least that I'm aware of, coming up in August. So it might unfortunately just be another very slow month that I'm not going to Gen Con because I went to Anime Expo and I just don't have the money to go to another event. So I can't do anything TCG related. So it might just be a lot of vibing. So again, that might be we go back and play Wuthering Waves. That might be we check out Brown Dust 2 and find a way to make that streamable. We'll think of something, but I don't want it to be just a we dive into the pits of, you know, all gacha all the time and try to fill it with Wuthering Waves content, but we'll figure it out together. Or again, as I'll always say, if there's a game that y'all are interested in that's coming out that is streamable and that I might be interested in, just let me know. Drop it in chat. I am more than happy to check out other games too. Like, yes, I favor more like strategy and deck building style of games, but I'll check out other stuff as well. Oh yeah, the new G Gundam promo also looks sick as hell. I don't know if we have any Gundam card game fans out there, but there is going to be a new, I forget if it's Jump or which magazine it's for. Yeah, there we go. It is Jump. I always forget Jump versus the other one. But yeah, so Toyotaro has a new promo come out for the G Gundam anniversary, because GDO5 is going to be G Gundam plus the anniversary set. So absolutely sick artwork, sick promo, and excited to see what we get from the for G Gundam coming up in this next year. Yeah, generally speaking, like more RPGs style of games. Like, I think the part that I get stuck on personally, and I just have to accept is not going to be the norm, but I really do enjoy the flexible team building that Chaos Zero Nightmare has that you just don't get in other games, right? Whenever you have a new character that comes out in Genshin, when I was playing those games as well, it's just like, oh, hey, here's a new rate-up character. Here's basically the one team that you're going to run them with, and all those characters only play one very particular way. Like, in Grand Blue Fantasy, and at least from the vague part that I remember of Brave Frontier, you had a little bit more control over how you wanted to build out your teams and customize them to challenge the content. So, Sortie, I think in general, again, I'm way overdue for my Sortie run, so I gotta go back to doing those at some point, but like, Sortie is so cool for what it offers for a gacha and how it benefits CZN. So I think for me to really fall in love with another game, it doesn't have to be a full-on deck builder like CZN. I'm not saying that, but I would really like to see more creative use of the character collector team building aspect other than what I've seen from 95% of other gachas, right, that are out there. And you can always make the argument for like, oh, but then just do like a free-to-play account challenge and try to clear the hardest content. Like, I get that's a thing as well, but it has to be interesting, right? it has to be like a technically difficult thing and not just a artificial numbers difficulty thing. Okay, I think I've used enough of her cards now. I was just tired of seeing all the archetype stuff stacked up, so I wanted to play that out. Nope. That. Yeah, let's clear some hand space while yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens with Maresi for that reason, because I feel like there's at least a little bit of tactical combat that can happen. But I do fear that it's going to fall into that similar route of, hey, just get whatever the latest rate up is and go for it, right? There should definitely be another... Oh no, our deck is empty. Do we not have? Guess not. No, I guess we are just looping the archetypes at this point. Oh, only had 4. I don't know what I'm sitting here just looping for infinity, but they're just dead anyways. But yeah, we have definitely played a lot of not so great stuff this year in particular, but we'll see. You know, hey, we're, I guess, technically over halfway through the year now, but there's always an opportunity for something to come out and surprise us. So I am definitely the blind optimist, as many of you are probably aware of that by now, but if there's something new and shiny, man, we'll go try it. We'll be the first one to be like, all right, let's figure out if this is actually a good game or not. And again, because you never know what's going to be like that next big hit unless you try it, right? Like, I know that there's definitely some apprehension towards trying something out and, you know, just be like, oh, it's not for me. I don't want to look into this. But if you have the time, you know, you might find something that surprises you. Oh, dude, yeah. I totally forgot about the new Langrisser game, which, again, I know that people were confused on that one because it was, it's a old game that just not a lot of people knew about, apparently, but Lang has been out since, like, 1990? I think it was, like, 1988, actually. Like, it's just one of the OGs of that space. Oh, I did not get into the Chasing Kaleido Riders. Like, I am very hyped on that game because I think the bike designs are absolutely sick. I can't say much more than that because I haven't seen a lot of gameplay yet. I just haven't had time to look into it, but I know there's definitely a fine line between, like, the over-the-top dating stuff versus, like, what the game actually is, but whatever, man. The bike designs are sick as hell, so I'm like, okay, I want to see where this goes. Yes, I did see that the mobile game has its anniversary, or just had an anniversary? Or has one coming up. I forget which. But it's like, if they ran another mobile game for 7 years, then clearly they're doing something right. The biggest part, you know, let me just pull up the, let me just pull up the video so y'all know, in case you don't. I made a YouTube post about it, but let's watch it together.
What is Spectrum?
Yeah, we don't care about Spectrum Internet, thanks. Let me get this on the other screen. And so the one thing I want to say about this too, before you guys even hear the music, I want to be very, oh my God, I'm going to blank on his name now. I'm not going to remember his name. The one thing that you absolutely need to know is that the person doing the music for this game that you're about to hear is the same person behind all the music for Octopath Traveler, and they've also done music for Kingdom Hearts as well as Grand Blue Fantasy. super legendary composer that has just been like a really breakout thing. So like the music that you're going to hear in this is actually quite good. And I'm going to go back and call out a couple things, but... Also, sorry, I will immediately stop for her and just say wife. But yeah, so very different tone that is being set for this game, but also I really appreciate that they have like a bunch of the more classical, like all these drawings are more like faithful to the original and just the more classic RPG, squad, oh my god, what is the acronym? SRPG? Strategic role-playing game, right? Where it's more like Final Fantasy Tactics style, Fire Emblem Brave style of games, right? That type of grid-based combat team stuff. But all of these like classical artworks I thought was just such a nice touch to include as well. Like all of these were really nice. But again, as they previously confirmed, is that there is going to be a one of the first times actually they're doing like the full 3D modeling, and is going to be a very much more alive world that they're building for this one. But yeah, this is going to be a big departure from kind of where the game has been at previously, and doing definitely a lot more of a very, again, let's be fair, we're here for CZN, but like, you know, starts as a dark story. I heard the rewrite has been improved a lot. I have not gone back myself. I just haven't had the time. But on one hand, you're selling me this very dark opening. Obviously, the world's been destroyed. Like, there's a lot of heavy grieving that you can pick up just from this very, very basic trailer. And then you slap me with two waifus at the end, right? Like, there is definitely a little bit of a jump here from where the music and the world design had taken us to this moment, and then you're like, what the hell is going on? And then you immediately go back into the, oh shit, what's going, like, okay, let's zoom back out. Let's not just focus on the waifus. Oh shit, everything is still destroyed. We're waking up on this like very desolate beach. Like a huge battle has taken place. Lots of war-torn world stuff happening here, right? But again, I can appreciate that we get a little bit of fan service, but then we zoom out and it's like, oh shit, you have to remember that something went down here and the world is clearly not having a good time. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, Scribe, exactly. It's like, oh, by the way, hey, sorry to bring you down a little bit. Here's a little bit of fan service. Here's a little bit of a, you know, a waifu package to wake you up. Okay, now get back to saving the world, please. Thank you. But yeah, this is another one that is like on my radar, but I don't know how. So here's the other thing that I want to reflect on, right? I totally understand that there's like this divide of, hey, look, Brave Frontier is coming back. This is coming back. You have like this old head gacha style of game of like, hey, let's have a throwback to like older games that like, you know, people my age would appreciate. Like, again, a huge throwback here to 1990s JRPGs. And then there was the whole Genshin MiHoYo epidemic that happened, and like that blew up and took gacha games into a fully different direction. So I am personally very interested to see if we can have this like pseudo old gacha revival of people just wanting something different. Because also, to be fair, Fire Emblem, is it Heroes? It's Fire Emblem Heroes, right? That's still going, last I checked, because I always see the memes about the ability text that goes on for days. So there's clearly some audience that is playing these games still. And again, this one is built on, what is that, 30 years? Yeah, 30-odd years of an IP that is popular enough to keep building upon. And the previous mobile game has been going for 7 or 8 years or whatever it is now. Like, clearly there's people playing it, man. So, like, I gotta be excited for it. Yo, shout out Record Keeper, man. See, that is the other thing. I have played on and off so many like good and interesting gachas over the game, or over the years of games we've played. Like, again, shout out to World Flipper, man. Shout out to Dragalia Lost. Shout out to Record Keeper. I'm gonna give a shout out to Puzzles and Dragons just to throw it all the way back. Like, let's go all the way back to the OGs and some real bangers, right? Like, there has been so much cool and interesting shit that came out that had decent gacha systems if you weren't FOMO pulling for everything. And I want to see a world where companies recognize that the open world genre is just so damn oversaturated at this point, and not everything needs to be an open world game. Yes, they would have lower budgets because it's not always big open world 3D, whatever. But I want to see going back to something like a proper RPG battler. I want to see things going back to more tactical-based gameplay like Fire Emblem. No, not just nostalgia, not just IP-based, something different. Something that is not just the next open-world game or trying to be the next open-world game. And again, I'm not the only one saying this. I've been vocal about this before. But I want to give a shout out to both Vulcan and Gotcha Smack, because they had a podcast together where they're saying the same thing that I'm saying. I definitely don't think CZN's popularity and success was a mistake by any means. I think they definitely came out with something interesting that the gacha space needed. So again, I don't know if that's going to be the next big card battler or auto chess, or if it's deck builder, or if it's a tactical-based RPG like Fire Emblem, like Langrisser. I don't know what exactly that's going to look like, but I am all for companies not doing another open-world RPG because it is just so overdone at this point. Oh, I gotta do her trauma code at some time too. I do actually want to read through this, so I don't want to like do this on stream just to skip through it. But we have 7 days, and the trauma codes have been actually really, really good when we've gone through them. Is she still rate up, actually? Oh yeah, because it changes tomorrow, right? So notably, I am capped rather. And she is listed as core. So yeah, let's we have not done a Fey run, so I'm gonna see how much I hate myself. Oh, actually, you know what? No, we gotta grab some grab some water really quick. I forgot, I just realized how late it was. Hey, if you've been here for the stream since the beginning, take a water break, grab yourself a snack, stretch your legs a little bit, hydrate, take care of yourself, or if you've forgotten to take your medication at all today, no matter what you're on, let this be your reminder. Please take care of yourself. Please make sure you remember to take your medication. Wellness check. I'm gonna grab some water, stretch my legs a little bit just before I get into this, because I know if I get into this already, I won't. So give me a quick second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. I hope you do the same, but I will be back in just a moment. Oh, holy shit, I forgot my coffee cup. I'm so sorry. One second. All right. Yeah, again, I think there's definitely a world for them. Because again, I know the gacha tower sensor nonsense, the monthly PvP that we all get to enjoy. I know there's people that like over focus on that from time, but like, you don't need to generate multi-millions of revenue every single month to have a stable game, stable community, what have you. So I think we just need to kind of reel back in some of these like teams in the direction of the market. Because like outside of MiHoYo, like the scaling just does not work out in the current ecosystem. So I certainly hope I see more, you know, non-open world games getting announced in the future. Now, again, I realize that I'm saying that as someone who is excited for Silver Palace, and I probably will be playing Silver Palace at launch, but I'm very, very excited for Brave Frontier. And again, for me personally, that is a day one. Like, I don't know what they could possibly say between now and then, unless the gacha is just like the most offensive predatory bullshit ever. It's gonna take a lot for me to not play Brave day one. So as always for our Fade challenges, we are gonna go for elites plus the early debuff. And this will be first look for me, honestly, of taking her through Sortie. Dang. Well, I mean, not Kalipe. We don't really have a lot of high-cost stuff we can use. We don't need another attacker. Well, it's not Kairon. Yeah, I really don't love Orlea, so I think we're just gonna take Typhara here for healing. Man, did my volume get reset? I swear it sounds louder than it was. No, it's same settings. Oh, you know what? What is her, because I don't think that Faye's gonna have a unique card then, right? Because she's not basic attacks, but it's like created cards deal more damage, maybe? I don't know if they have a Mythic Faye exclusive gear or not, but I'd be curious to see what they have. So, as always, I like to go for the elite battles, try to get our power-ups, try to get our extra rewards here. So we do want to go for this powered up one up top. The path there is kind of whatever, so we'll see what we get. Let me close out that window real quick. Oh, there was a hexachromatic ping that I missed. Yeah, the mixing up the cost here is definitely not doing us any favors. I will say, getting the extra draw and the extra attack is pretty good for Sortie. I should have looked at my deck first, but honestly, I was just lazy. I mean, might as well get her unique card. Oh, actually, no, her unique... Hold up. Her unique card's got to be terrible in Sortie, right? I guess endgame you could... Or, like, end of the Sortie run, you probably have a lot of... You have enough draw to make it work. It's definitely not that version of Night Rain. Getting financial therapy for the extra credits is not terrible. I think we have to grab her War Dance here just to make sure that we can get access to it later. Kind of a not great card, though, for current stuff. I wish you a very merry Typhera on your next set of rolls, then. In addition, by the way, let me correct that. I hope you get them in addition to your next 5-star unit, is what I mean to say. Again, I think this one's actually like low-key fine in Sortie because it gives you the extra ones. Where like Inferno is nice for the extra draw, but requires a little bit more setup. So I think I am gonna actually take my draw one here. We ain't out here. We're just wishing people lose their 50-50. I want to be very clear. That is not what we're about. Oh no, we don't even have a heal, I guess. Yeah, sure. I got one off from drawing, so he's gonna die, then we draw. I don't even know what version of this we can get. I do love her Creation and Destruction just for the sake of giving you a little bit more sustainability in the run. Because the harmonization of this is actually quite good if you get the upgraded version. So that one gives us quite a bit of AP shenanigans here. So hopefully get that as a upgrade that one and move it up. I do not remember what this battle is. Yeah, man, whatever, we'll roll. Yeah, Brave Frontier is definitely a an old man's game, as it were. But it's pretty cool all the same. Like, it's something I would, it's definitely something different I would recommend to people at the very least. Sure, I guess. Full recovery, even though we're about to go into a rest site, I guess. Well, hopefully we get something good. Don't love what we have so far going into a powered up guy. Better for a better future. Of the cards in possession, if none share this... Oh, the judgments that 10,000 or the 1,000 XP1. Okay, so definitely not going to use that. I guess we might actually... Maybe we get the Fates, right? Sure, man. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough then. Again, I don't want to... I want to say don't read into it too much because I have to imagine that they're going to change some stuff to be like a more modern gacha, but... again, a lot of the stuff you could probably find on like YouTube and whatnot, it's going to be a lot older. Alright, I mean, that's about as best as I can do, I guess. Oh, I totally forgot about, I should have used her ego skill first and then her exhaust. I would have gotten to, draw more effects that way. Okay, yeah. We're not feeling too bad here. Goodbye. Again, I gotta say, man, I absolutely love her animations. Like, the team has just consistently gotten better and better. Oh shit, one or less, nice. Like, if nothing else, I am super excited to see what they cooked up for the finished animations. Because again, at the Anime Expo panel, we got to see the early previews. But the quality of animations that we continue to get has definitely been improving. Oh, increased action comp. I'm like, what is special about this? But that, no, it's a blank one. I guess this is fine because it's gonna draw us into 2 more of the attacks. Again, it's not my favorite version, but sure, man. Let's use the yellow dice for a bit just to see how much it hurts, I guess. I was hoping we would get something cool, like just for Faye, but it seems like that was not the case. Oh, that was a cost-reduced one. My bad. That was gross. Well, I've been doing my dailies and stuff, but like it's been good because I've been playing Relink, so I've been very happy with getting a little bit of a downtime between patches and all that. But today I just wanted to stream it just to get the word out there about the infographic and make sure people were farming what they need for the next character. Yeah, my part. So I am in the Infinity tier now, but my partner is stuck on the because we've unfortunately been stuck playing at different times. We got her up to the Fa fight right before you go into Infinity. So like the first. But I guess, yeah, before you go into Infinity, I don't know any other way to explain that. Like the last story quest, I guess. And then you unlock Infinity and do all that stuff, right? Actually, yeah, just the straight... That is the right Quantum Seed for support, though. I was gonna be doing my slime AFK farm while I was streaming. But earlier today is when I first started noticing about the PC issue, where it was like my Chrome browser, because Grand Blue Fantasy Gotcha is a browser-based game, and my browser was lagging when I was trying to do my solo raid clear. So I'm like, okay, something is wrong with my PC or whatever. So that was a fun one to try to figure out. So after I end the stream, I'm gonna try to update all the drivers and reload everything and just hope for the best, man. Man, I don't want to get too many night rains. Like, I feel like that is like we don't want to put too many duds into the deck. We're trying to do a full deck cycle. It's a bit of a bummer. I don't think we want more than one of these in there. And this one's just not good in sortie. Yeah, legit my browser was lagging. Like I don't know what was going on. It was a bit of a nightmare. But again, I've had so many random PC-related issues, I was just like, all right, man, it is what it is. Convert a normal card into Bloom Pulverize. Oh, nope, it's an Agony one. Nope, free removal, please, and thank you. I mean, I've ran into, I've had no issues with it before. It's just something new that had, unfortunately popped up, it feels like. I'm gonna be so honest, I do not remember all the random distortion versus harmonization and like what things do anymore. Other than just being like upgrade, like this is 12% normally, upgraded versions of their other cards. Three times through an ability would be 9 of her draws, which is not possible. Oh God, good call. We have that fate, don't we? Yep, you are so right, bestie. Thank you. Which I'm not sure that we're getting there. Oh, that was harmonization. Okay, never mind. We just need 2 more harmonization pieces. How risky are we feeling? We're gonna do the safe option. Probably the correct option here. I just forgot again. I said I was gonna say that for a combo through exhaust, but then I didn't. Always save that for her mythic lineup, man. All right. Oh wait, we have the +1 draw from the upgrade. That's what I forgot. I'm like, why did we just draw that many? All right, well, whatever. Just bring everything back again. Oh, we're 1 AP off, actually. All right, baby, time for that roulette. Let's go. We'll get a streak one way or another. Holy card spam. All right, are we good? We have enough. We're gonna draw some more cards, gain more health, gain more shield. All right, about 40 card actions later, we finally got out of that. Good lord. All right, that was wishful thinking. Oops. Not getting like any tenacity damage on this guy either for the extra AP. Whatever, man. I'm a gambling guy. Easy. Well, there you go. Yeah, I can definitely see where she feels pretty nice to play in Sortie, but again, is she as good as like Tenebria? No. I'll happily just skip that. I will remember to use one of these. Gross. I mean, just obviously not Soul Collector, I guess. Who's up next? That's wild. All right, let's get some additional fate choices, I guess. Can't complain about that. Hey, we've done Owen runs. We've been in that pit before. Boy howdy. Man, she's already 61. I just feel bad because Narsha's just not good in sortie, man. But I do want to get her leveled up, so here we are. I was really hoping we were gonna get the move to Hamlin. The 2 morale is actually not terrible because that's 40% and Veracity's 20 base, right? It's the same as morale. No, it's or 30%. It's a morale and a half. So sure. Just grab this split here. I was really hoping we would get the move 1 though. Gross. This is not what we want. Uh, 100% defense base. None of these are good for us, man. Or I guess fortitude gives us. Sure. You know what? Yep. Fortitude gives us defense. Some defense and draw. We do have gold, so we're gonna go check out some harmonization then. Let's get our stuff made. Let's start our card generation going. I guess we just have to bank on the... Oh, you actually answered the archetype. Okay, did not go the way that we wanted. Are they planning on expanding account level or research facility? Nothing I've seen so far. I also would not be surprised if we do get like an update around the 1 year first anniversary, but nothing that I have personally seen confirmed anywhere. Oh, I guess just a flat draw works. Alright, that should be enough Infernos to look back. Apply Retain doesn't really do anything. Alright, so shop, try to get some more harmonization items. That would have been really nice, but I don't want to replace one just to have to get it somewhere else. Sure, I feel like they can go on Narja. Gets us a little bit closer. You know what? Whatever. Let's just roll it all out, and then we are good on that requirement at least. I just have to remember to not change anything before. Oh shoot, we had the shackles, which would have given us better value into the creation and destruction. Sure, that's just, if it gets a cost reduction, it's just a free draw, right? Free cycle, I think you just always take at that point. No, looks like we're just gonna go for the flat draw 2 here. Yeah, I will say she definitely feels a little bit better than I expected in Sortie, just from like how her kit plays out, but I don't think you can get like too crazy with her kit, where it's like Tenebria, I feel like you at least have a couple different things you can do. Like obviously the, oh my god, I am totally blanking on what the arpeggio. There we go. I'm like, it'll definitely come to me as a music term. I think arpeggio is still like the best thing you're doing, obviously, but there's some fun to be had there. Let us use the morale boost here just to get a little more damage while we can. I still want to fight the powered up stuff because I want to try to get some of the mythic armor. So I guess we're gonna go this way, do like double elite, and then come back down for the shop is the best. I wish there was like one more down here. Like this would be the perfect path. But in Sortie it blend at the same time. It's definitely one way to put it. Oh, did not expect to get the upgrade there. Or the extra AP, but now I can use Gaia for my buff. I can use my Soulfire Dance to draw a bunch of extra cards, hopefully. Spam some cards, make this dude really mad at me. And then get a shield, because that's all I can do. Again, cost discount, or I guess we do have actually one good. Nah, let's do the free. It's hard we can have an archetype in our hand, but it's also not a draw one, so we've been able to get like extra value off of it. This guy is kind of beating me up though, isn't he? I was joking about that double heal, man, but you know, kind of could use it about now. He's done making actions at this point, so yeah, we're just gonna go into the full combo, a bunch of free extra draws. Okay, honestly, I really thought that was gonna do enough. Okay, well, sure, we get it with the Heaven's Fall on the back end. Look, I don't think we ever want fights to last this long, but I recognize that's a very good card. So I am going to take it. Oh, nope, not skip. I'll take my random divine, please. Oh, actually, no, it's got to be our... We lose the heal then. I had a good idea, I thought, and then we didn't. I forget that divines are very different in Sortie. Alright, man, whatever. Let's see what we get. For each hit. Man. The damage increase against enemies that have not yet activated is odd. We don't have the common card. I don't think it's going to do as much. We're not not gaining... I actually, no, we do have ways to gain shield, don't we? But that's not right. I guess the important thing here is that we're not one-turn deck cycling in this mode, so that might actually be decent. So the two flame arts move to the start of our hand, plus the free attack that's moving to our hand gives us a extra draw every turn, which is nice. So we do have like a little bit of synergy with the deck building going on there. I might regret this, but we are going to try to YOLO into another boss. I probably should have got rid of the dice before it kills me, but, you know. Oh boy, howdy, I don't want to see you, man. To discard? Is it going to give us 0? Yeah, it is going to give us 0. Rude. Okay, we need to be very careful about this one. Oh, dude, and he has Red Thorn. Are you kidding me? I need to save until Event Horizon's in my hand. Gaia could draw me something. All right, man, like, kind of feels bad. Again, at least we're gonna be able to trigger an extra draw here. Oh wait, I forgot I had to do this first. Oh, I just did that combo backwards. We shorted ourselves a draw. Okay, we're gonna use Gaia to hopefully draw into a different attack. Bro, I am just slowly killing myself on this. Okay, then last turn before he shields, we're gonna try using our biggest attack. So, okay, well that was still a clear. I guess that's the important part. Yes, I will gladly take a random shield to give us a little bit more healing. Decrease cost by 1 for each distinct common card in hand. I mean, yeah, if we were building that up, that would probably be decent. Not something I feel like I can easily utilize now. And yeah, without like a proper builder, the X version of this does not do as much. On heal or recover through an ability. I guess we'll just give that to her. Okay, so yes, definitely gonna need a rest. Absolutely want to remove some cards here to thin out the deck. I think hers are all fine, but we absolutely have some duds that we can get rid of. And then, yes, I will rest because holy shit, we need health. Okay, well, sometimes things work out for you. Other times, absolutely not. Just gonna take the rare equipment and go on with it. Okay. It was still a harmonization, so that works out for us. And we might honestly just do heal again, because we're gonna take some ouchies on this one. We could have used the draw too there, my bad. They are attacking. Oh, there we go. That gives us a little bit more resistance, I guess. Certainly not a lot. Gaia can draw us something and set up our tenacity break for the following turn. Yeah, I don't like any of that. Oh boy, man. Okay, well, we do have... Oh wait, we gotta do our full... So again, the important thing is that we have to draw off this activating it, so we want to do 2 that way, into Night Rain, into another fan, which will then draw us what we need. Okay, well, that was a interesting development. And he may discard everything, so our life is awful. Keep forgetting about the discard part, man. Oh, I just should have done that the other way. So now we don't get the draw out of it. Yeah, let's just kill this one faster. We can't even get down to 1 AP for can't get down to 1 AP to get the most creation destruction. Okay, well I guess now we can. Try to get a little bit more value out of the event horizon. Nope, because it just paid for itself, so now we have to do the veracity into creation and destruction, which will give us the harmonization buff to double it up. I'm just gonna retain that so I don't redraw it. Okay, so we have 4 in the graveyard, so we can definitely overkill him quite a bit. Okay, never mind. We can ramp this up a little bit more. The thing is that we really want to... Oh, never mind. He's going to die before it matters. Do we have enough actions? Let's heal in case he does die. And then this is going to do quite a bit of extra damage on top. Yep, he's definitely dead. Absolutely love that card. Absolutely dead. You've got to be kidding me. Dang. Or no, this is the cards at end of turn guy. This actually might be fine. Low key might be fine. Oh, we immediately lose Blazing War Dance, don't we? I just realized. Yeah, it's only at end of turn where he does it. Very lucky generation there, by the way. Say, unfortunately, we're going to draw cards here, and there's nothing we can do about it, but we're gonna just kind of throw everything out and see what we can do, right? There's definitely some downsides to this setup here. Oh, I guess we could have done this for a bit more of healing too, right? where this would have given us an extra Heaven's Fall. I think we just burned the damage. The X plus 2 does not stack as far as I know. I believe that is one of the things that we tested. I guess we had the draw card again, man. Okay, we came out of this one a little bit. I want to be able to heal though, so we actually want to do this into our powered up creation destruction, or up costed creation destruction. That would be super busted if it did work that way though. More flame arts, but it has a more morale attunement, man. Damn. I'm gonna grab that just for the morale buff, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, let's get rid of the damn dice. Yep. No more accidental ouches, please and thank you. Definitely do not think that was worth it for us. Oh wait, oops, we did remove all of her stuff. Yeah, her basics are just not doing it for us for what we want now, so we're kind of broke. And again, we are absolutely taking the rest, being as safe as possible going into this boss. Gain an extra AP where we can, I guess. Alright, well, definitely not a good turn one for us. Okay, so hold on. That gives us a draw. +2, give us a draw. One flame art. Draw 2, see what we get. Yeah, balancing the fan is definitely work here. Try to draw 3 again, see what we get. Looks like we're just gonna burn her card this turn, which is fine. Man, all this AP and oh, you know what? There we go. You can draw another card with Gaia. I should have done Gaia first. I didn't realize that we had her built up here. Dang. All right, well, we're gonna just burn the boss then. And again, this will get us more draw at least. Not a ton of extra draw, but hey, extra draw is still extra draw in this hand. Oh, nice! We do get the Soulfire Dance. Oh, I should have saved the AP for the creation destruction loop. Because now it's all gonna get spent to this instead, which honestly, I am okay with. All right, man. I mean, like, for a turn 1 that did nothing, that was a very good turn 2. Actually, holy shit. So we're 1 away from a draw, so we want to do this, into this, into this. We want to Heaven's Fall the other guy to push the boss into a rage, so we buy ourselves a turn. I just realized we don't actually have good follow-up here. That's unfortunate. Oh, whatever. He's close enough to dead. We want one to draw, then two, and then one for another draw. Okay, super dead for the Inferno Rhapsodies before we get into Soulfire Dance here, but that also would have been a very nice damaging turn. All right, pretty solid. It's actually a lot better than I thought for a just random run of just her doing stuff. Oh, damn, for one turn, gain 4 morale. Woo. Again, distinct common card not doing us any favors. That's definitely a build that we'd have to focus on. Get ourselves Brain. I mean, we definitely have enough tax for sweets, right? Should. Can't eat that many of our attack cards, man. Oh, shit. How's it going, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I gotta wrap the stream real soon myself. 1, 2, 1 for Secrid. 1, 2, 1. I had to look at my sortie cheat sheet there real quick. Show me deer. It's gonna be hard to leave 1 AP left, but damn. That plus 3 AP could be huge if we are able to line up with the X cost ability, like on an opening turn, right? Oh, damn. Snack time is tempting, just to, like, not run into anything. No? Crescendo? Absolutely not. Ambush doesn't do anything. Ironically, Renoa looks really good here. Because she has discard 3, but this has a draw 2 built in, and then just another draw 2, draw 2. Like, yeah. Yes, please. We have all the draw in the world built out for her now. This one, then do this one. Oh god, we have too many cards in hand. I can feel it already. Just a straight draw 2, thankfully. Oh, gosh darn it. I meant to do the Rhapsody first. We have 1, this to discard. And then just get some free multi-hits. Love that. I guess we just discard one of these. Because this plus an attack draws us a card. I was like, please crit, thank you. Zero cost cards this unit. It does give us 2 activation cores, which is good for survivability, and does loop back her attacks, man, so sure. Oh, it's Mr. Upgrade. It's Mr. Think about upgrading. It's Mr. Have the big upgrade. I hate that so much, man. It does give us the curse if you do that build, though, but I was trying to see what else we might get from it. Yeah, we're now entering speed mode of trying to get this done. I guess this. Let's go with this. Draw 2 of their cards, so we get the draw ability. We can discard all these. Get some extra bullets for the fun of it. This probably does nothing for us. I mean, get the flame arts going, damn. Oh, sure, we actually get to play a bullet too. Two plus 1 to get our extra draw. Unfortunately, not gonna get the extra help here with a break. But I believe we have a number of these. Yeah, we have 4 in the trash right now, so this is a 5 hit. Yeah, I mean that's. Yep, big cooked. Easy. Yep, normal payment, that's fine. Sure. Nope. Oh, we did get we got the 500. Hell yeah. You'll love to see the big upgrades. Don't want any of those. Equipment. Monster card is in hand. Did not get any of those. All right, 2 quick shops. We will flash here because we can. Get a divine. All right, more activation cores. We are going to be the tankiest you've ever seen. She is going to be drawing a bunch of extra cards now, so that seems like a perfectly fine one to get. We need chess piece, I guess. Sure. More passive health. I don't know, it's exhausted one. That's not what we want. I guess it would be good for a Typhera, right? That was my bad. Sure, man. It's something. Move the card we don't need, and then we have extra gold. Again, I'm just gonna speed run this last couple stages. That's kind of a bad joke. Not gonna find anything in here we need. No. The stress, I don't think is gonna matter for where we're at. If we didn't have the gun, that would have been like an absolute banger for end of run hit. Unfortunately, we do. Actually, let me just divine up our zeros, man. There you go. Gain an AP. Love to see it. I guess that does nothing by itself. That doesn't work. Gonna take this just to hope that we can sandbag max HP. All right, no, I think we're fine on this one. It's definitely gonna just see what we get for an opener moment, and if we can burn through it, great. If not, in trouble. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. Unfortunately, this is the draw. It's not the draw one, right? So, like, unfortunately got hosed a little bit on our opening turn. We really need all those extra draws to come in handy. Oh, I forgot this is the, we gotta use this first one to get the max value out of it. Try to get a little bit more value here out of the event horizon. I don't want to use our descent until we have the hand space to use for the other stuff, so I guess activation cores to get a little shield. This sets us up for more damage on the next turn, hopefully, but our sequencing is very awkward all around. I'm just going to use this to do the double activation. Ooh, draw 2 though now instead. That is the right one that we wanted. The fact that it costs 2 is killing me. So it's a draw 4, but we'd go... Oh, no, it's full hand size, right? We'd go down to 6, up to 10. So 2, this draws us a card. Oh god, I have to make sure I don't screw up this hand now. Yeah, because everything is just going to draw now for the first 3 combos. I guess we should have done the Heaven's Fall to free up a slot, because that's not going to draw itself. Because here's the thing. We want to move all these back, right? So... I don't think I can play this and not... Oh, you can choose 0. Today I learned. The problem is the activation cores don't do anything for me. Because I don't have the 1 AP and I don't think we can break his tenacity right now, unfortunately. Alright, whatever. Let's just burn the card. We might be able to hit something relevant. This is where I was talking about, like, in my guide video, like, the sequencing can be very interesting for this character, depending on how it lines up. Oh, we could have checked a, you're right. We could have selected the AP one. I'm so used to using that for the draw to burn him out that way. Or never didn't have it, I guess, but... But again, unfortunately, like, these are not in a spot where, like, because these are activating so late in the turn, it's not going to do us as much favors. Oh, we get another AP that way. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, probably should have used this to get... Like, he's almost dead, but it probably would have been better to do the AP loop this way to play the upgrade out of our hand this turn. Well, if we draw the X, that's sick, I guess. Alright, whatever. There's a couple Heaven Falls to roll this out. Again, we've already used her Mythic skill that you would want to combine this with normally, so... Oh, shit, we had one more draw here, actually. My bad. Cool. Finally got to play that out, I guess. Owie. Burn this. Burn this. Yeah, but honestly, it's just been a great time to play like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is something I've been really enjoying lately. Got the chance. Oh, we played. Gosh darn it, we had an E2 ability there. I got a chance to play some Riftbound again. It's been a pretty solid time overall, but very excited for the new season to start and see where things go, of course. Okay, we can burn this. No, that's a discard one, so who cares? Alright, there we go. Yeah, so honestly, there's definitely some stuff you can do with her kit. I made the same comment in my breakdown video that like definitely just played out to be as true as I expected. That one upgrade is very good for Sortie, as we kind of just went through and showcased. I would never pick it in a real build because you deck cycle enough where it doesn't matter, but in a mode like Sortie where every extra draw matters and you're getting a little bit more damage, right? That can add up quite a bit. So I think there's definitely a world where we are now seeing characters being designed with Sortie in mind, and you really need to let that be the focus instead of where we were in like season 2 or before that. So solid character. Obviously she's built for it, like she gets that value, but you know, it not better than Tenebria, not better than Adelheid, as like those two are still, in my opinion, the best two. But also keep in mind, if you're playing with a wider roster, generally you should just be playing for whoever's on rate up anyways, because you're here for Black Mass and that's what you need, right? So closing remarks, because I need to go pass out to get up early for work. So if you missed it, as a reminder, here is the breakdown of all the mats that you will need for I was gonna say Heidi Marie's on the mind. Hilde is who you're gonna need for all the Ranger and Instinct resources. This was posted on Twitter, it was posted on Reddit, all that good stuff. Otherwise, make sure you do your events. Again, if you are not prepared, here's the mats you need to farm, and you want to go finish those events that will reset and go away. Notably go away, not just reset. Right, so free crystals, free mats, all that stuff. Don't miss out. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow night around 8:30 p.m. Eastern for more. Diving back into Nexus Anima so we can finish that up, try to do our review video, and crush that out before we get ready for Season 4. But as always, more than happy to answer questions if I'm ever streaming, no matter what game it is. Stop by, say hello, and more than happy to, you know, answer any questions you might have. But that's going to do it for tonight. So until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.